Thank you for tuning into my videos. To support the channel and unlock exclusive perks, you can join us on YouTube channel membership and Patreon. Follow the links in the video description below. Select your level of support and help keep the content coming. This channel exists because of the support we have from fans just like you. Thanks and enjoy the video. Alright, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points, and the Ultramarines and James are back, reunited with good old chums, the Thousand Sons, the weirdos from the realm of Warhammer 40,000. When was the last time you played against these? It's got to be over a year ago.
I remember the 8th edition game we played. That was allied with Thousand Sons and Death Guard.
Weird.
And that was the early days of when the Intercessors and all those models started coming.
So I don't. You've played against my Thousand Sons for a long time.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So I've been painting up some new models for the Thousand Sons. So we'll talk about those in just a moment. But there's the Rubiks. I've always wanted a second squad of Rubik Marines. It's been a real... James is glad as well. But there's 2 squads of those. So 2,000 points... Narrative going on the Space Marine 2 theme.
Definitely narrative. You'll find out why.
Yeah, if you play the game, you encounter the Thousand Sons, and it's very cool. Okay. So James is kind of happy and triggered at the same time by this game. So going by the current index cards here for the Thousand Sons. So we are running Dim Prince with wings. 2 Mortar Fiends. Points have gone up for the Thousand Sons, so the list has had to change here. So Lasher Tendrils this time, the Mortar Fiend Fists for those 2. So 2 squads of Rubik Marines. Just going for the bolters across the board, not the flamers this time around. There is a Soul Reaper cannon in each of those squads. There is an Aspiring Sorcerer in each of those squads. There's an Icon of Flame being taken in each of those squads as well. And the idea is that now I can put an Exalted Sorcerer with each of those squads. So they'll join each of them, give them a 4+ invulnerable save, and also you can start restoring 1 or 2 models a turn with them as well. So hopefully a good symbiotic relationship going on between the squad leader and the squad. Terminators, I have split them down now. 1 big blob of 10 has now gone into 2 squads of 5. Get the extra Psyker in the squad, extra Carbal point as well. So add a bit more flexibility. So I've gone for the split. 2 squads of 5 of those. 2 squads of Zangors, 2 squads of 10. And 2 squads of Cultists. Squads of 10 of those. Now James has asked, and perhaps those tuning in may be asking as well, and I've seen it in the comment section before, where do you get the Cultists from? So I believe these are called Tzeentch Acolytes from Age of Sigmar. That's the shields and the weapons you get with them. But what you can do, if you have Zangors, is take the spare Zangor chainswords and bolt pistols, and they seem to fit on just nice.
It's narrative.
It's narrative, but that's how you can get real Tzeentch-themed cultists. Easily done. Take your spare weapons from the Zangor set, and then put them onto Tzeentch acolytes from Age of Sigmar. I think you get like a box of 20. I think you get a big box of those from Age of Sigmar, so sensible enough, easy enough to do.
Age of Sigmar as well, so.
Oh, really? Yes.
They
You can.
in both universes.
Yes, because you get them in Age of Sigmar without the 40k weapons. Yeah, so there you go. So it's very doable. All right, so that's the list here for the Thousand Sons. We have a commander from the Phoenix Lords, which will be Andy Swan. He sent these. He chipped in and helped out. So he renounced the project, and then he said, I'll send in some Thousand Sons as reinforcements. So Andy can be in command today for this force. And sub-commander will be Darth Windu, who is a Chaos Demons player, so we put him in. That's one of the Autarchs. So we're currently running the 300 campaign. It's to recruit 300 supporters for the channel. We're up to about 85 supporters coming through. It means that we can stabilise the channel, reinforce the channel, and then expand out on some ideas. I'm dying to tell you some of the ideas that we have, some new video series and projects, but we'll announce those as we go along, as the supporters come in. You can support us on Patreon or on YouTube channel membership at any tier. That's all part of the 300 campaign. And we'll also give your name a shout out in one of our up-and-coming battle reports, as we've been doing for all of the new supporters coming through so far. So if you can support us, and at whatever tier you can, please do so, link below, or you can go to channel homepage, hit the join button, and join us on channel membership. And as a reward, there's different perks, different things we have on offer when you support us at the various levels. The most popular will be Aspect Warrior level, which will give you access to all the bonus content that we create exclusively for members here within YouTube, and then you can see all the videos such as exclusive battle reports on membership. So that's the list of the Thousand Sons. We'll take a look now and see what James has in his Primaris Ultramarines list. Alright, so 2,000 points of Ultramarines. This is a bit of a reveal video, this one here, where James has been working on some new stuff. So good to see. And he keeps saying, I'm dead. Like, you think you're going to get me in this game? He's boasting about his new models here. Alright, well, let him run through what he has here in his list.
Right, first of all, I must introduce a character. It is Lieutenant Titus.
You've actually painted him.
I actually painted him. And Winston Adkins has the honour of representing that model.
This is Titus from the game.
Space Marine game, yes.
Oh.
Now, he's going to count.
He's huge.
He is big, yeah. It's because of the base.
Is it?
On the top. But he is going to count as a captain because he's a former captain of the Ultramarines. So he's still got the traits for a captain.
Nice.
So I'm going to do a very famous quote, brother, before I introduce what he's actually
Accusations of chaos.
Yes, we'll find out. What is your life? My honour is my life. What is your fate? What? Sorry. Start again. I've got a cold. Sorry. What is your life? My honour is my life. What is your fate? My duty is my fate. What is your fear? My fear is to fail. What is your reward? My salvation is my reward. What is your craft? My craft is death.
Oh.
What is your pledge? My pledge is eternal service. Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes. Got to do it.
He shall be the first to die.
So what he has got in his roster are the following. So he has got a heavy bolt pistol. So everything here is all WYSIWYG, literally. So he's going to represent himself as a captain. He's not the warlord, but he's represented as the captain, keeping it to the narrative as best we can. Because he is former captain.
He's a demoted captain.
He's a demoted captain. He's been...
But you're going to use the data sheet.
For the captain.
What?
I fooled you. It was exactly the same as the captain's stats. But all I did was I cropped Titus's image on the top bit.
Oh, it was fake.
It was completely fake.
Weird. That's Alpha Legion.
Hence the weirdness. Why he's under suspicion of so-called heresy.
Right, I understand.
Yes.
Right. None of us.
And why has he got the 4+ Invan?
Yes.
As a lieutenant, you see.
Right. James was sharing, because we were saying what's the rules of Titus, and he was sharing the data slap for him on the Phoenix Sword group, your group, and we're all saying, well, we don't know what's going on. James is saying something's strange. So he'd actually photoshopped and
faked the whole thing.
Oh, I get it now. Mystery
because someone on Reddit put a blank data sheet. I thought, what an idea I could have, like, to put that space.
You deceptive monkey.
I know.
Alpha Legion's rubbed off on him here. All right.
So
hang on a second. Sorry about this. So, what is he being run as then?
So he's literally represented as a captain.
Oh, so you could choose him to put him as a captain.
Yeah,
there is no official data slate.
There is no official data.
I see. Right, I thought I was convinced there was after I saw that graphic.
No. So
very clever.
So what he's got a chainsword. Now he's going to have 7 attacks with a chainsword, and he's got the Rights of Battle special rule captain, and also our honourable moment or something like that. He gets +3 attacks and devastating wounds.
Okay.
As well. He's got a 4+ Invan as well. Hence the weirdness of how he could withstand the warp and that kind of thing.
Sure.
So keeping it to the narrative there. 3+ armor save, everything like that. He's got as an upgrade the Honor for Hemant.
Yeah, because he's named, but not with a named data sheet. So
yeah,
you're free to give him. Right, gotcha. Yeah.
So,
okay.
Hence the weirdness that was going on.
I understand now. Mystery solved.
So that's that. He's got grenades as well, so he can chuck a grenade with devastating wounds. All the similar things that a captain has. So there you go. That's Lieutenant Titus.
Good for him.
So he's going to, in the long term, I will have a new Assault Intercessor unit. That's a project for another time.
To go with him.
To go with them. Right. But he's going to accompany with a unit of 5 Intercessors.
Nice.
And there, so I've got 2 units of 5 Intercessors. Both are equipped with grenade launchers as well and bolt rifles. And I've got infiltrators as well.
Sorry, Chris Comiskey, Sergeant here.
Yep.
Matthew Reck, regular Marine. And then Harrison Leach, Donald Hammer, and Shay Strait.
Yep.
It's on regular Marines. And then we've got another one. It's Anthony Leach here. Yep. Anthony Leach is going to be the Sergeant.
Yeah.
And then you're on to infiltrators.
Yeah, infiltrators. They got 6+ feel no pain each squad because of the Helix Medicae upgrade. There's a couple of new YouTube members that have joined. Sparks. And Pick 22.
Pick 22.
So he's joined. Thank you very much for joining.
Okay.
So that's those 2 units of infiltrators there. I've got a unit of Hellblasters with a regular lieutenant with a mastercrafted. There's mastercrafted weapons, by the way, so there's damage 2.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
Including the heavy bolt pistol.
All right, cool.
So just to keep that.
Tyler Grizzle, regular infiltrator Marines here. It's Peter Nastro, the Zoid Forge. Yep. Sparks has already been pointed out, and then Ray Cross, Sergeant Cross, who's been a sergeant in your army for a good while.
Very, 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 very loyal.
Okay.
We have a lieutenant, regular lieutenant.
Yeah, Sam Hermes.
You're allowed to have 2 lieutenants in a force, which is fine. Sam Hermes, and we've got Hellblaster Sergeant in there as well. Plasma Incinerators. Daniel Baker.
On the Sergeant.
All Plasma Incinerators. We've got Maxfield Knuckles representing a repulsor.
Cool.
So everything is all there. It's the Las Cannon and Twin Las Cannon. And then we have... Oh, yes. That was in the Space Marine game.
Oh, yes, the Redemptor.
Brother Valius. Oh, what a beast. Chucked that rock at the Helldrake at supersonic speed.
Yes, very believable.
Bit of a glitch in the game, but that cracked me up. But what a beast he was.
Nate Miller on him.
Went up to the Hellbrute and shot him up.
Oh, dear me. Delusions of grandeur.
I finally bulked out the units of aggressors.
Oh, more painting, James.
Yes.
Good for you. Look at the ranks of these
maximum
boys.
Potential now with the aggressors. So I'm very happy with them now that I've got max unit 6 in each. So they've got individual heads and faces.
Yeah, majority with bare heads here with the Flamer dudes.
Yeah.
It's Archie Edmonds on the sergeant, Kieran Dix, the other sergeant for the Ultramarines across here.
All the arms are different posed as well.
Nice, love aggressors. They look brilliant painted up for Ultramarines. So nice job. And then your Captain Akaran, is it to go with him?
Captain Akaran, yep, he is the warlord, and he has actually got fire discipline as well. So 6s are sustained hits as well. Something like that he's got. We've got 2 units of Inceptors.
Yep.
So Paul David Gray is in command of one of them.
They're really effective if you can remember to bring them on.
Yes.
Or remember to bring them in the first place. Because you left them out of the army one time. Anyway, moving on.
There's another thing I got to mention.
Never forgive, never forget.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
There is a painting tutorial for Captain Titus.
Is there?
Lieutenant Titus.
And where does one obtain such a tutorial?
On my YouTube channel.
Is it? What, free for all to see?
Free for all to see.
Good for you.
So those that are members, they get 3-day early access.
All right, well, there you go. If you want to learn how to paint Space Marines to this level, there is a Lieutenant Titus tutorial. No, brilliant. Yeah, an updated painting tutorial live on James's channel. It's live now.
It'll be live now, yes.
Brilliant. All right, so that's available, how to paint Ultramarines, and it's how to paint our beloved brother Titus. Davey model syndrome for him?
Don't care.
We'll have to see. Don't care.
Don't care.
Live like you've got nothing left to lose, James. Hoorah.
Right, I must do my famous chant. Are you ready, brother?
Yep, earplugs are in.
Courage and honour, we march for the crag, and we shall know no fear. And the new way of doing it, oh yeah.
Oh, right, copied from the game.
Copied from the game.
Oh, he's punching his chest.
Chest pump, for the Emperor.
Oh, there's an Ultramarines gorilla in the room. So we have supporters here, Phoenix Lord and Autarchs for the Ultramarines. Brother Zoid Forge as the commander here, so he's going to go on to the Captain Akaran across here. Mm-hmm. Second in command is Titus, and that's going to be as an Imperial supporter here for the Autarchs. That's Valen Al Sorna. We'll go on him. He relishes close combat as a Blood Angels player, so I think that's most appropriate to go on to Lieutenant or demoted Captain Titus. All right, so that's the lists for both sides, or is it?
Not another surprise.
So, have you been on the Dark Circle group recently, James?
What's this? You definitely.
He hasn't been on the group because I removed you from it. We have a secret group for the Phoenix Lords called the Dark Circle. It was in the darkness of the Dark Circle where the Alpha Legion plan was hatched, finalised and completed. And then I said, we'll push the Dark Circle into the shadows. But I didn't shut it down. It remained dormant to be awakened once again. And awakened it was, dear brother. Once you were removed, we began conspiring against you again. Do you have any idea what...
No, I don't. What's going on?
Do you have any idea what may happen? You have no idea?
No idea.
Okay. I shall remove this model.
Oh, no. I think it's going to be the Primarch.
Who? He doesn't remember the name. Whilst he thinks about it. It might not be James. Don't worry about it. I'll put the model out here. James can take him out the box.
I hope it's not Magnus the Red.
It is.
I give up.
No, you don't. You have to. No, it's too late. You've already agreed. You've agreed to play the game. Fresh from the paint. James WhatsApp video called me the other night, and he says, "Oh, what are you painting?" I was holding this model here, so I had to put it down quick and pick up a Tyranny model instead.
I have to be very careful here.
Yeah, this is Magnus
huge.
the Red. He's huge. Yeah, James.
Well, I told you to get him, brother.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, must have been years ago. All right, there he is.
There you go.
Magnus the Red. Oh, no, James. All right, so there he is. He took a while to paint. Not too bad, actually. I followed the box up pretty close. As the wings.
Dear me. Very well painted, Luke.
Happy with how he's turned out?
Yeah.
So he'll sit in there with the Thousand Suns, no problem. It's going to change this Thousand Suns army forever. It's never going to be the same again.
You said to me they're weak.
Yeah, but with Magnus, it changes everything. So he'll just go in there.
Yes.
I thought about dropping the model in during the middle of the game, but it wouldn't really be fair just to, just to say, oh, by the way, Magnus the Red is in the list. But there he is. That completes the list. That's why the list is a bit shrunk in size. I've had to drop a few units. It's not the third Mauler Fiend, for example. I don't have Araman in the list, so I had to free up some points. But it's all gone into him. He's just gone up in points. 465 points. He was about 415, I think, 410. So he's jumped right up. Why is he so expensive in points? We may get to find out here in this game, but he can be a beast, I think, if used properly. But it's a debut here. He is a beast, yeah. So Magnus the Red, debuting on the channel for the first time ever. He appears to take on James's Ultramarines in this game. And again, that's thanks to the Phoenix Lords. They chipped in. I announced it on the group, and then they says, yeah, we'll get behind you on this one. And they supplied models, Andy Swan and others chipping in to support the models coming through. And then I've been painting them up busily to completely change this Thousand Suns list around. So Phoenix Lords group has worked really well. The Alpha Legion armies come out of that as well. So when you join us at the top tier, there's that deeper kind of collaboration that we can do to come up with new and exciting projects. And it's great for the channel as a whole, revamping armies and then generating entirely new armies as well. It's been a great accelerator of projects on the channel so far. So big thanks to the Phoenix Lords.
It's fun doing new army every time, or new units every time we do a barrel.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, it's worked out really well. Magnus the Red is here. So that's the list for both sides. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next for this 2,000 points game. All right, so we have a scenario and deployment for this mission. So we have supply drop as the primary mission, sweeping engagement for deployment, and then the mission rule is smoke and mirrors. So with smoke and mirrors mission rule, after both sides have deployed, but before the game begins, you can remove a unit from the battlefield and it can go into strategic reserves, up to a value of 500 points for strike force size games. So that's any of our units, I think, including Araman, who's below 500 as well. Not Araman, Magnus the Red. So they could be removed or not, it's optional, but that's as a possible avenue to take with smoke and mirrors. And then for sweeping engagement, we're fighting across the way here like a stepped deployment. So the orange dice mark in the deployment zone for the Thousand Suns, the red dice mark in the deployment zone for the Space Marines. There's 5 objectives on the board. Central objective right in the heart of this ruined cathedral. There's one on either flank, one over there by the barricades. One over there inside the ruin, it's just next to the flak gun. And then there's a home objective each. This one here for the Thousand Suns. And then nestled in amongst the rocks, it's just in the shadows there, is James's home objective. I'm just around James's side of the board. We've put it up here so it's easier to see, but James can still measure from down below and out and across. The height of it's not going to affect his ability to get in range of that objective at all, just so you can see it better on camera. So the rules here for supply drops, an interesting one. It's disappearing no man's land objectives. There's 3 of them. 2 of them will disappear during the game and there'll be 1 remaining. So players randomly select 2 different objective markers in no man's land. So it's going to be random here and it's at the start of the game. So once deployment's done, we know who's going first. Then we randomise the objectives. So you'll see a shift perhaps where once you know where the disappearing objectives are, you'll see more of a shift towards the one that's going to remain on the board. So the first select is the Alpha objective, the second is the Omega. And then turn 4, should play as normal, up to turn 4, and at the start of the 4th battle round, the Alpha objective is removed from the battlefield, and that'll leave 2 no man's land objectives left on the board. And then turn 5, all objective markers other than the Omega are removed from play. That's the one other objective will be removed. Then you'll be left with a home objective each, and then 1 objective on turn 5 in no man's land. Second battle round onwards, end of the command phase, or at the end of the 5th battle round, if you're going second, the player's turn scores the following victory points for each objective marker in no man's land that they control. So this is all revolving around the no man's land objectives. You get 5 victory points in the 2nd and 3rd battle rounds. That's for each. You can still rake in the points for the ones that will disappear. 8 points on turn 4 and 15 points for the final no man's land objective on turn 5.
So which one will that represent, gold or silver?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We're going to place markers on just to represent which is which, so that both players know and those of you watching know as well. But it's an interesting one. I played it a month or two ago. It really does control the game, the flow of the game. But it's a good one. We'll see how it goes here. Nice theme developing for us. It'd be great if it's the central objective, but we'll randomise it here for this battle. So that's deployment done for both sides. I'm going to call out terrain. So I'm going to play these obviously as ruins, but also as obscuring. Nice big pieces of obscuring terrain, including that piece. We've deliberately put a gap between just to break these into two halves. We'll play the rocky outcrops as obscuring. We'll go by the hard edge of the rocks. This cluster here, that one over there. There's a couple of wooded areas for cover, a couple of tank traps and barricades spread out across the board. Yeah, barricades across here as well. So that's terrain. That's the scenario. Both armies are ready to go. No further revelations to take place.
The anti-aircraft guns are out of commission.
Yeah, they're rusted up. It's an old abandoned position here. Perhaps the Thousand Sons have slaughtered the No. That's the thing. Ashton Militarum, a final signal went out, being overrun by something. Some massive red-fried chicken. The Ultramarines are like, we love chicken, and they're going to answer the call to find out what's going on here against these Chaos Space Marines. That's the theme here. This battle for the cathedral with the revelation of Magnus the Red stomping onto the channel. We'll go on to deployment now, start alternating place units on the board next. As I mentioned, the battle mat and terrain, and it's from gamemat.eu. So the battle mat here, 60 by 44 inches in size. I think it's called Battleground version 2. From gamemat.eu. The battle mats are great. They roll out nice and flat, made from the mouse mat material, so figure friendly when they fall over, nice and quiet on dice rolling, and they come with a carry case as well, so you can move them around, store them, no problem. Also using the grassy rocky set here from gamemat.eu. So that's this piece, these archways across here, that large piece. There's a number of archways and platforms across there, but that one set has actually filled out half of this board. That works out really well. It's pre-painted, pre-made, available from gamemat.eu. So link for them below. You'll also find an 11% discount code that you can use across the store, and they are shipping worldwide. All right, so deployment's done for both sides. As you can see, Magnus the Red. Wings are insane. It's like having a radioactive pigeon on the table. Anyway, he's deployed there. This terrain's interesting because I could swing around either way. I think he's quite well placed, obscured away. You can deep strike with him as well, but I've elected to have him on the board just to boost up my psychic ability. Next to him is a unit of cultists worshipping at his feet. Brainwashed fools. Then Rubik Marines tucked right into the corner.
Ambush.
They're encroaching. James is going to go after him, but we'll see what he can do. And then I'm encroaching into that terrain with the Rubik Marines. Each of the Rubik Marine squads has been joined by an Exalted Sorcerer. Second in command, by the way, I don't think I pointed about Darth Windu for us, is going here onto this Exalted Sorcerer. And obviously Andy Swan going on to the big man himself. Second squad of Rubik Marines here. So its idea is a squad for each of these objectives, again joined by an Exalted Sorcerer. Zangor's on the home objective. We can generate an extra carbon point and a 4+ each turn for sitting on top of the objective. One Mauler Fiend here, getting ready to push up in this direction. Another unit of Zangors on the right hand side, getting ready to move around onto that objective. Quite straightforward here for the Thousand Sons. And then in reserves, quite heavy on reserves, so heavy on Deep Strikers, 2 squads of Terminators. I got to check that I can do that. We're trying to stick to points here. Terminator squads. Yeah, they're 190. They're okay. So it's up to 500 points. So 2 squads deep striking. Then these are outflanking. Squad of cultists and the second Mauler Fiend to outflank as well, just as a counter to some of James's potential reserves coming onto the board. That's deployment done for the Thousand Sons. And then round the other side of the board. So we'll go on to James's left-hand side. So infiltrators just beyond their deployment zone, infiltrating to here. Their eyes on that objective, obviously being cautious with the Thousand Sons units nearby. Intercessors here ready to move out onto the home objective. And then James can no longer flank with both squads of aggressors.
No, because
the 2 squads of 3.
240 points.
Yeah, so 1 squad is on the board. Placed here, joined by Captain Akaran. So getting ready to move out onto that objective, which is very close. Dreadnoughts deployed here. Remember, this is obscuring terrain. So Redemptor Dreadnought. Are you going to call him Brother
Brother Valius.
It is Brother Valius. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Brother
Titus is here.
Yep.
With this squad of regular intercessors. Okay.
He's next to him.
He's going with those for now, but the idea is you get 5 or 10 assault intercessors is the idea.
Well, I got 20 of them.
Yeah, but not painted, right?
Not yet. One of them's constructed, though.
Okay.
So
The painting desk marches on.
Yeah.
Infiltrators are on this objective, and then the repulsor has 10 Hellblasters joined by a lieutenant. That's a very, very dangerous unit. James has that ready to deploy it from that vehicle. And then in reserves, 2 squads of Inceptors, 2 squads of 3, and then flanking Flamer Aggressors as well.
And just to clarify, I didn't mention the formation is a Gladius task force. So assault, tactical,
Doctrines.
Yeah. Devastator doctrines.
Great.
Are active.
Okay. Hence why Magnus has gone into the middle, because he doesn't want to get flanked by those Flamer Aggressors and turned into Kentucky Fried Chicken. Let's go on to the first turn of the game. Do you want to go first or second? We roll this first, and then we'll find out the Alpha and Omega objectives.
Yeah.
Give me a Xenos dice.
I'm going to get an Ultramarines dice out.
Oh, I'm surprised. So, I'm going to use a Patreon. I'm going to go for Darth Windu here.
Oh.
Chaos Demons player.
The demon!
I'd like to go first.
Ambush!
You want to go first?
Vox your captain.
This game's going to take twice as long.
If you don't vox your captain, I will shoot you myself.
That's from
For the quotes.
You're allowed to do it.
I
Because...
loved that scene. It was so good. So well acted. It just deserves an Oscar.
I can't complain. This is a Space Marine 2 themed game, so James can do as many quotes as he wishes.
Courage and honour, we march for McCrack.
To go second. What is that?
I won.
Ha 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 ha! 3.
Ooh.
We'll go first, and so we shall. All right, so turn 1 to the Thousand Suns here, debuting Magnus the Red. All right, so on the first turn here, 4+, I can generate a cardboard point. We failed. Just to call that out now, so whilst I remember. Both of us are going for the random draw on secondaries. Engaging all fronts, that's getting into table quarters. Tricky here on the first turn, but not impossible, maybe. And then overwhelming force is the other, which is destroying enemy units on objectives. The only one that is on an objective is the infiltrators over there. Neither of us have gone for smoke and mirrors. We're both keeping our units on the board. So that option's been and gone. And we have determined which objectives stay and which remain. So the first objective in No Man's Land to go, that's going to be at the start of turn 4. It's been randomised, and it's going to be that objective across there. So you can still get points turn 2 and 3. But James, a lot of his forces over there, they're going to have to shift in this direction. The next objective to go on turn 5, removed at the start of turn 5, is that one, which does mean the focus of this game is going to be the central objective, which we have Magnus the Red, a number of units already here. And then James has Captain Akaran exactly where he should be in the middle of the board. Interesting for the flanking units that when they arrive, they're coming on edges. So it's going to be a bit of a march into the middle of the board. Although you just got one walking unit, the aggressors, and I've got one, which is the Mauler Fiend, and the cultists as well, which aren't too significant. All right, so we'll go on to movement now for the Chaos Space Marines. Movement's done. Something else to point out, and that is we've elected to go for devastating wounds for all of our psychic weapons. So apparently there's an art to use Magnus the Red, so I've got to learn here. You're welcome to leave comments and feedback. I believe there's no way to heal wounds on him.
It's only been 3 editions, brother.
Yeah, no, it's about time too. And I think the Thousand Sons, they're never going to be the same again. But it's great. So I want to see them strong on the channel. They struggled in the league, were punished in the league, and they just didn't feel complete. But now the chickens, the Zangors, have their big brother on the table. We'll see who's chicken in a minute, James. Now, so mentioned already, did not get the 4+, but sitting there on the objective with those. I believe we have 10 Carbal points here. 4 for Magnus the Red. 1 for each of the Rubric Marine squads. And then 2 for each of the Exalted Sorcerers as well. So they're great for generating points. This squad has headed off straight towards the objective, got into the ruin, and so can now see through onto James's units. Same with this units here, has made it quite comfortably onto that central objective. Thousand Sons making an early grab on that. Cultists shifting through the ruin, and the model's got itself in range of that objective as well. Magnus, as arrogant as he looks, I can't use him arrogantly on the board because he's going to draw attention. So we've shifted him, trying to blindside James across him. We can physically not into this terrain, so it is protecting us. And then we can see through, though, around the corner and onto those aggressors to put some early shots to give an exhibition of his potential firepower with him. He has a power at the start of each turn. I've gone for -1 damage against him just to try and offer some protection. Zangors didn't want to run straight into the face of those infiltrators, so we ran a roll of 6, gone all the way around here, and the Maul of Fiends leapt onto the objective. Bold moves here from the Thousand Sons for sure. Plenty of reserves for them also. We'll go into shooting phase for the Thousand Sons next. So we'll debut with Magnus the Red. Let's load this up. We'll go with the Nate Miller dice. We'll spend a CP. Nope, hold it right there. I've got to get this right. Just hold that in position. I'm going to do something else first because I believe it has to be done. Yes, Doom Bolt. Use this ritual at the start of your shooting phase, right? So before I kick off with anything else, I've got to get this right here. Select one enemy unit within 18 invisible to the Psyker. Roll 1d6. So I'm going to spend 7 Carbal points on this unit. I'm going to Doom Bolt into those to try and knock them down.
I'm going to spend a counter stratagem.
With what?
For them.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Oh no, James, this is different. Sorry about this. This is not actually a shooting attack as such. It's like a psychic attack. I'm just going to cause mortal wounds against you. So it's got to be within 18 inches, which James is. And visible to this psychic unit, roll 1 dice. On a 1, the enemy unit takes D3 mortal wounds. On a 2 to 5, you take D3 plus 3. And on a 6, you take D3 plus 6 mortal wounds. Mm-hmm. The only thing you've got is if you've got any kind of stratagem to... Oh, actually, you've got to feel no pain, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to feel no pain. Okay. So I'm just going to roll this. We'll not use the Nate Miller dice. You can just hold, and we'll go to Sparks here for this one. Any result gives me some mortal wounds. A 6 is glorious though. Sparks. D3. No, he doesn't want that going through. One mortal wound. If you feel no pain, I spent 7 Carbal points on that. You dare roll a 6. I forbid you to roll a 6. Oh, 1. Okay.
Take a wound.
A wound, that's it. Doombolt has the potency, but oof, that was expensive. 1 wound caused. Dear me. Right, we'll go back to Magnus the Red. See if we can contrast this with his firepower. So now we're on a shooting phase. Gonna go to the Nate Miller dice. Going to turn to a stratagem called Devastating Sorcery. 1,000 Sun Psychic unit from your army. It's not been selected to shoot this phase till the end of the phase. Each time model unit makes a psychic attack, you can reroll the hit roll and reroll the wound roll. So rerolling hits and wounds. It's tasty. It really is quite good, but we can praise this as much as we want. We'll see what happens. So, the debut for Magnus the Red. First of all, we're going to shoot at you with the gaze of Magnus. So it's not blast, it's 3d3 attacks. Okay, 6 attacks. I should probably have gone for sustained. But anyway, we'll go for 2s for our hits. Okay. Fine. And then we'll reroll this one for our card, for our stratagem. So we've got 6 out of 6. Strength of 9.
Toughness 6.
3s to wound. But then we have an ability here called... Yeah, Lord of the Planet of the Sorcerers. It's an aura ability. Whilst a friendly 1,000 Sun psychic unit is in 6, he benefits from his own bubble. Then each time you make a psychic attack, it's +1 to hit roll and +1 to the wound roll. So 2s to wound, re-rollable with the stratagem. All of them. I'm going to re-roll those for devastating wounds. And we did get one. Okay, that could have been a lot better. So that'll go through later on. 5 make it through. These are AP -2.
+1 for cover.
Yes, -1 in total. 4 ups. Each one is damaged 3, so be careful.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
Ouch.
So 4 ups. I'm going to call upon a patron here. I'm going to call upon Paul David Gray.
Magnus the Red has just unleashed some unearthly power here that James has not encountered before. Blocks 2. 3 make it through. It's 3 dead. Plus devastating wounds, another 1 dead. 4 aggressors removed from that squad.
I'll have to...
Come on. Oh, that's immediately put James in a tough decision situation here. He will swear his revenge against Magnus the Red. Developing quite a nice theme for the channel here. Let James soak in this first encounter.
No,
doesn't like it. Doesn't like it.
What if?
It would have passed. Okay, remove 4 from the ball.
Actually, he's got
once per. Yeah, do it and keep the roll. That's fine. Take 3 off.
Okay, we'll do that. I'll use that ability on the captain.
That's fine. Totally fine.
So, how many models are dead?
3.
3. Okay.
Well, to be fair, I'm just saying. You'd probably have made that decision without knowing the dice roll.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
So roll it, that's all.
I'll
just to be totally fair. So fresh dice roll for this 4+.
3. Okay,
failed.
So I'll take another one off.
Take another one off, yeah. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
We're both in agreement? I think so. Okay. All right, so that's the situation. So for our next bit of firepower, we'll fire Zinch's Firestorm, and that's D6 +3 and blast. D6 +4. No. So 5 shots. Nothing I can do. And we're looking for 2s, rerollable. And this one's going to be Strength 5. So 5 to wound becomes 4 to wound, rerollable. I'll reroll these ones for devastating wounds. Whoa. Okay, so 2 go through. There's no saves involved. Each one's damage 2, so it's going to be a whole model removed. No saves. Nothing. Devastating wounds.
Oh, right. And damage?
2.
Oh, top.
Dead model.
Dead model.
Yes, Magnus has claimed his first victims. He hasn't got through to the captain, but he's wrecked that squad. So good shooting from him, not too bad.
It's expected.
Yeah, he's up against the Primarch here, James. Yeah. Nasty stuff. Magnus the Red has made his presence known on the battlefield for sure. He may well prove to be quite a menace in this battle. So next, we'll turn to the squad in the middle. They find themselves outside of 6 inches from Magnus the Red, so they don't get his bonuses, so we're just going to fire as we are. So we'll see what we could do, though. We've got some not too bad stuff here. So we're going to go to the Exalted Sorcerer, first of all. Range 18 for Astral Blast. D6 shots, and we'll commit this to Nicholas Lucas for this firepower. So Astral Blast is D6. It's whole face, and it's a 2. So 2 shots, needing 3s. 1 hit, nothing else I can do. Strength 6, 4s to wound. No, it's re-rollable because he's joined a unit which has Bringers of Change. Each time on this unit makes a range attack, reroll wound rolls of 1. If you're in range of an objective marker. No, you're not. No, so I can't reroll it. It's reroll 1s, and you're not in range of an objective marker. Otherwise, it would have been reroll the wound roll. So failed to wound, and that's it from them. We'll then turn to the regular squad. So we have Warp Smite, which is 2 shots. Coming from the Exalted Sorcerer, 2 hits.
Toughness 6.
Toughness 6, Strength 4, so 5s to wound. No, reroll in the wind roll. No, not reroll in wind roll because you're not in range of objective marker. Okay, that was anti-infantry 4 plus devastating wounds. Useful, but it hasn't gone through. We'll turn to... Okay, so we're kind of struggling. We'll go to the Soul Reaper Cannon, 3s. And then we're looking at 4s. Okay, so 1 wound comes through, and it's devastating wounds for a Soul Reaper Cannon. So a wound just caused straight away on that last model, the Sergeant for that squad, dropping down to 2 wounds left. Next is bolter shots, 1 of them in rapid fire, so I've got 8 shots. And then 1e5s to wound. Do get to reroll 1s though. 2 go through.
-1 + 1.
Yeah, 3 ups.
Save.
Double 6 and Defiance. All right, so no further wounds coming through. So firepower done, not too impressive. We'll go with these into their target.
-1 to hit. Smoke.
Oh, it's infantry squad that can throw smoke. Very interesting.
Smoke
Okay.
grenade.
Yep. All right. So we'll...
5+ a regain because of comms relay.
Okay.
And I don't.
All right. So we'll go to Exalted Sorcerer for Astral Blast. D6 + 1. Joe Ashforth dice for using it. Plays Chaos Space Marines. Why, yeah, that's it. You got to get the patriotic matchup here. 6. So 7 attacks in total. Need 3s. Not too bad, not too bad. 3s to wound. 6s are handy. There's 2. Alright, this is quite good for this Exalted Sorcerer. So these coming through at AP -2. You've got cover, so AP -1. So 4 ups to block these. These are damage D3. This is quite nasty. 3 to make. This is a good hit actually with Astral Blast.
Only 1.
2 go through. So the first one slays a model straight away. No, it doesn't. You feel no pain.
Feel no pain.
2 wounds.
I've got to do feel no pain
Yeah.
save actually.
2 feel no pains. 6s.
No,
Snake eyes.
snake
Alright,
eyes.
so model removed. D3 on the next one for 3.
Snake eyes. No.
Go on. Alright, and then we're on to the devastating wounds. You don't get to save these. You do still. So the first one is 2. So you could block this one. Just get a 6.
Yep.
Well done. And the next one is 2 more.
No, just the model gone.
Okay.
So 3 left.
Alright, so it's all a learning curve. Just a bit of tactica here. Just saying. What do you think about this one, James? You see with these, it's too late now, but I think about it. You notice that the bolters, they're not that great. Yeah, I could give 7 or 8 of them the flamer option.
They're just regular bolt guns.
They're not too scary.
The regular bolt gun has no AP, 2 attacks, and that's it.
Yeah.
Whereas the Thousand Suns one is exactly the same, but it just has AP -1.
Yeah. Do you have the option to swap all the bolters out for flamers, warp flamers?
All of them.
Yeah. And the idea is if I push forwards aggressively, right? If I do this move and I get to within 12, I get to...
Why do you do things so unnarratively, Luke?
It is narrative.
It's not.
But it is.
It's not. You don't spam flamers.
Of course you do. If you're playing Thousand Suns, we don't go by codexes.
Games Workshop, are you hearing this? This is cheese written all over.
It is permitted. Yeah, look.
Oh.
Any number.
Yeah, I know about that, but that's a glitch.
Each have their Inferno Bolt Gun replaced with a Warp Flamer.
Oh, dirty.
I keep the Soul Reaper Cannon.
Dirty.
In which case you'd have 8 of them with Flamers. There'll be 8 D6 auto hits.
Ridiculous.
So good. We'll go with the Flame. 100% go with Flamers now. Because the bolters they tiddle away and they don't do anything. But Flamers, these have got themselves within range 12. So I'd be offloading a load of auto. They auto hit. They're 10 times better than bolters. They're also ignoring cover. They're also AP -1. And also, there's 2 other alsos, right? The first also is if you come towards me, I'll overwatch you. And the other also is if you try to get away from me within 12, I'll overwatch you as you try and move away. So it's flamers all the way.
It's cheese.
It's
unnarrative.
It's golden goodness. From the
What are you
Thousand
going to do?
Suns.
Oh, I'm going to not WYSIWYG and count them as flamers.
No, but I've actually painted half the models with flamers. So that I
It's
can
not!
so I can
It's
choose either
not!
way.
You don't get it!
Non-magnetized, permanently glued. James,
No,
that triggers
I can't
James. He doesn't like it. Everything has to be magnetized. He even
All
magnetizes.
because of one word, and then they'll do the codex, and they'll be back
Oh,
to
we can
bolters
adapt.
again.
Oh, you have to. Yep. You have to.
You know.
That's
You
the way
know I'm right.
That's the way you survive in 40k. Anyway, we had a little argument. We're going to move on. So, bolters then. I'm stuck with bolters for this game. -1 because of smoke, which we would have ignored. That would have been another also as well. So also reasons for taking flamers from now on. Okay, but we'll let you off this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. Can you check for me anyone within range 24? I think a number of them are in range 24, so we'll actually get rapid. So we'll get a good few shots coming through.
Bolters just get 2.
Yeah, two, yeah. But I think a lot
You
of them...
don't get rapid fire.
Oh.
You just get
We do? Oh, right, sorry.
You get
Whoa.
2 attacks base, even if you're range 24.
Oh, right.
It's kind of like the old rules for bolter discipline, but they enhanced it now into the profile.
Gotcha. Then, in which case...
You get however many shots. So bolters still have their place.
Okay.
It's just with our bolt rifles. We get
If you don't mind, then I'll fire these ones because I presume they're all one shot there at the back. So this is just carrying on the missing shots. A wound, reroll this one. A wound, that's it. -1 +1. So 1 saver, 3+, just in the middle there. Just to balance everything out. Pass, no problem. Okay, and then we're rapid firing with these. Into infiltrators, need 4s.
Because of smoke.
Because of smoke, yeah. It's helped, it has kept some hits away.
T4.
Forced to wound. Rerollable. This time, because you are in range of an objective. Whoa. Okay. -1 +1. So 6 saves of 3+.
Give me a patron.
One of my ones.
Yeah.
Michael Fry, die-hard Space Marine player. He'll gladly help. Which he does. 1 Marine slain, 1 still alive. Okay. No pain.
Hey. So he's still got his full wounds. That's it, done.
Okay. Soul Reaper Cannon. 4s. Whoa, look at that. 3s to wound. Come on, what do we do? What do we do? I'll fish for 6s. Greed. Got him, 666. Soul Reaper. Whoa. Wow. Oh, feel no pains, yeah. So you got 1 save to make first. 3 up.
3 up. Save.
Passed. And then 3 saves. 3 feel no pains. 6 is required.
Come on, 666. Super box cards. No.
Yeah, gunned him down. Oh. Dead. Head wound. Good shooting from that squad as they march.
Honourable mention to Tyler Grizzle, and what a debut for Pick 22.
Oh, he's
Peter
brought down.
Lestro.
Oh, typical. All right.
Sorry, YouTube members and patrons. I've let you down again.
Shooting phase is finished, James. So end of turn. No charges take place. Thousand Suns have made a statement here. A bold march ahead from them. End of turn, we'll calculate points. All right, so points coming through. Overwhelming force was achieved, just about. Got rid of the infiltrator squad. I've dumped engaged on fronts for table quarters just to generate an extra command point. Free up the deck to draw 2 fresh cards next turn. 3 points to 0. So off the mark here, a few victory points coming through. We go on to the first turn of the game for the Ultramarines. Their response. Captain Akaran's squad's been hammered in the centre of the board. James has lost an objective across here as well, this early Thousand Suns advance. But Space Marines, they can come up with some devastating firepower of their own. We'll see how well the Thousand Suns withstand the steel rain about to head in their direction. Turn 1 for the Ultramarines coming up next. So on turn 1 here for the Space Marines, as James tries to get his head around how to deal with this fresh threat on the channel. He's given a gold coin to one of my squads, so that's trouble. That's probably over for the moment. Cards drawn secondaries is cleanse. So that's no man's land objectives or objectives outside of James's deployment zone, performing actions on those.
Assault doctrine.
The other one is recover assault doctrine kicking off, and then recover assets, which is performing actions in the 3 areas of the board: deployment zone, no man's land, and opponent's deployment zone. James can do all 3. It's worth 6 points if he can do 2. For example, his deployment zone and no man's land, pick up 3 points. It's quite straightforward. If he wants to have a unit to perform an action outside of his deployment zone, but it looks like he wants to go after those. And then what to do about Magnus the Red? Ignore him, or gradually start picking away at him. You've got to be careful of units in games that distract all of your attention, such as Necron Wraiths. They've been a real bane on the channel this season, and you can find yourself being drawn into dealing with those, whilst the rest of the army is allowed free reign on the battlefield. That's not a good situation. So James, I think, has to go for.
Always been good.
You've had plenty of memories of them. They've left their scars with James, but at this current point in time, we haven't played the grand final, and that could be one of the key units that leads the Necrons through to ultimate victory. We'll see. We'll see how the Necrons get on. They've got other armies to face, and so on. Well, no, I think by the time people watch this video, they'll know who's in the grand final. Spoiler alert here, but it is Necrons taking on the Tau. So Xenos v Xenos grand final.
That's 6 in advance.
We'll let James make his moves. Well. So if you enjoy our battle reports, you want to see more content, we produce extra battle reports. They're on YouTube channel membership. Your membership supports us, enables us what we do. We're able to keep the videos coming. So as a reward for your support, we're able to give you extra content, including battle reports, and a good number of those games are league battles. The latest one being Tau versus Harlequins. Those 2 factions have never clashed before. One of the best games we've played on the channel in all time. It was a classic battle. It really was good. But that's live on membership. So when you sign up, you can watch that episode along with all of the other exclusive content we have. You can join us on Discord as well. So do sign up if you can. It's all part of the 300 campaign. We'll give you a name shout out in one of our up-and-coming battles as well. So link for that in the video description below, or you can go to channel homepage, hit the join button. So James is finishing off moves. I've called an Overwatch here. Magnus will Overwatch for a CP, and we're going to put all of his shots, continue to put them into that squad across there. Captain Akaran's moving up with the lone aggressor. So James is cursing his current situation here. You didn't tell me you were bringing a Primarch.
No idea.
Part of the surprise. Happy birthday. It's your birthday.
I'm going to keep. I don't care. I don't want bad stuff to happen on my birthday. I asked you for 3 editions. Paint Magnus. No, I don't want Magnus the Red. And then it has to be on my birthday. You insult me by bringing in Magnus the Red when I brought in new models when I'm in a Primaris mood. What are you trying to do? You're trying to kill me.
I can't win. I've done it for you. To cheer you up. James, I've painted Magnus the Red. I don't want it.
Care. You wind me up.
What's that? Who's that? That's
Simon
Cowell.
I don't care.
Right.
You used to. Oh no! This other thing. I've got to say this.
What?
Have you still named one of your psychers in this list Chicken Wing?
Yes.
Oh, don't.
And it's him. With the one with the chicken wing.
It.
Or Mini Magnus now of his.
Primaris Marines like, are your chicken wings spicy?
Sorry. So we're going to go for, I know the dice to choose for this one, Chris Comiskey.
Feel the spice of this bolt around.
Right.
Heretic.
6s. Oh, none. Oh, those are the gaze
Waste
of Magnus.
of command point.
That is a shame.
Ha ha!
We'll fire the next firepower from him, which is Zinch's Firestorm. 5 shots. In 6s. It's only. I really want to get rid of that aggressor with 2 wounds left. Come on. No, he doesn't.
Yes!
Ay. Nothing.
You spent your command point.
Yeah, command point spent. All right, Magnus misses. So it's all been one-way traffic so far. Now it's James's turn to shoot.
Yeah.
And he's got a fair bit of firepower available.
So I'm going to do the aggressors. 1 aggressor.
Yeah.
And Akaran himself. Now.
Into these.
Into them, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot into there.
3 attacks, twin linked.
3s.
No minuses, just normal.
2 hits.
Sustained hits because of the upgrade, so that one becomes a hit.
Sure.
It's not devastated doctrine, so it's not 5s, so I've got 2 sustained hits.
Okay.
Strength 4.
Force to wound.
And that's AP -1.
Yeah, twin linked.
And twin link, yep. No, so just...
-1/+1 for cover. So we're looking at 2, making it through, 3 up saves. 1 sneaks in.
Wound.
So wound taken.
Next is the Fragstorm Grenade Launcher. Plus
Okay.
Blast. That's the 4, that's 5 plus Blast. How many models do you
There's 11 models in the squad.
So that's... So how many attacks do I get?
Whatever you... 7.
7 attacks.
So I was also paying attention. I was looking at this. Must remember the icon of flame, which we're carrying. Each one of the bearers unit makes a ranged attack. If it's a critical wound, is scored 6 to wound. Improve the AP by 1. It's quite useful, especially for models in cover and so on. Must remember that.
3s. It's not twin link. It's just strength is
4.
Strength 4.
Force to wound.
That is 2 wounds. Closest eligible target. So
-1.
AP -1.
Still for 3s. And 1 sneaks in. You killed a Rubik Marine.
The captain's
First one slain.
Bolt Storm Gauntlet is pistol and you're barbed, so you can't shoot the pistol.
Just point out, if you like the look of the Thousand Suns Chaos Space Marines, there is a full painting tutorial for these on the channel. Just search for how to paint Thousand Suns. There's actually 2 tutorials. One showing you how to paint these Rubik Marines. They do take a while, but I'll show you some techniques to speed things up. And then there's also a painting tutorial showing you how to paint one of the vehicles, one of the Mauler things as well. So check that out. And just to remind you, a full tutorial for Titus over on James's channel. Good one.
Yep.
Okay.
It's brand new, updated version of how to paint models quicker.
Right.
Marines, and you get a better result.
Okay.
As well. And there's a tutorial on how to paint heads as well. I haven't done that on the channel, and that's covered on Titus tutorial.
You've never shown people how to paint a face.
Face, yeah.
But now that's included in that tutorial.
Included in that tutorial.
Very good.
Yeah. The basing's exactly the same. It's just the model and the head.
All right, next, Archie Edmonds, one of James's supporters, is going to be dedicated to firepower coming from the Hellblasters. They're going to offload all their shots into the Rubik Marines across here. This could be devastating.
Yes, very devastating indeed. 6 is a lethal hit because of the Lieutenant.
Yep.
And re-rolling foul hit rolls. They're not heavy because I moved. So hitting on 3s.
We were talking about flamers for the Rubik Marines earlier. Multiple opportunities where they could have been really effective, especially here. I mean, look at this. If James had moved in, we'd have got like 8d6 flamer shots to the face. But it wasn't meant to be.
Another lethal hit, so all of them have hit. I'm not supercharging.
Okay.
I'll keep this alive because you're in one save. There's no point. Strength is high, so 3s.
But you're going for supercharge for damage too, though.
No.
Why not?
No, because I want to get stuck in close combat. I don't want to risk killing them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't declare it.
No, you didn't. It's
So
fine.
3s to wound.
Is this damage 1 then?
Yeah, just damage 1, AP -2.
Controversial decision.
So it is them. That's 19 wounds.
Oh. Yeah, you're adding in all of your lethals.
Yeah.
19?
19, yeah. No, 19. Famous 80s song. 19.
James, you could have wiped this. Seriously. Whoa. That's some decision not to go for damage 2, James. Whoa. Because you would have virtually wiped the squad. Right, okay. In which case, we'll pair them up for kills. And instead of wiping the squad, it's going to be 6 slain. Butchered the squad, though. Devastating firepower coming in from those nasty Marines. Right, so 6 removed from play, including the Soul Reaper at the front. I wanted to prioritise getting models away from James to try and stop this Titus charge. As much as James and perhaps many viewers want Titus to make it into close combat, or rather he didn't, with his damage 2 chainsword.
Grenade launcher. 2 shots, 2 attacks.
Yeah, 2 shots coming from the Lieutenant.
Hit on 2s. That's a lethal hit.
Yeah.
And that's another wound. And that's AP -1. Each does 2 damage.
3 ups. Block those 2 for cover, thankfully.
That's that done.
Next, we're going for the Intercessors. Titus's
They've
squad.
all moved. And that's all hits. Wow.
Debut roll from his squad, and they've done really well. Trying to wound 2 on 4s.
2 wounds.
-1/+1. 1 wound sneaks in. So dropping down to 1 wound left. I'll go this model here.
Grenade launcher. Solid shot. That's a lethal hit. No, that's a hit.
That's the number of shots.
Oh, I'm doing solid.
Yeah, doesn't you get extra? Check the profile because they've. I don't know if it's 1 shot. It might.
No, you can choose whichever one.
Okay.
Crack. I'll do. So that's hit. Strength 9. That's wounded. That's AP -2.
Okay. Blocked.
D3 at a time. Right. So Titus has got a mastercrafted heavy bolt pistol.
His debut shot.
That's a hit. And that's not a wound.
Okay. That's them done. Right, here we go. The repulsor across there. All the heavy guns are going to go into Magnus. James has moved and has got himself an angle. Not through the terrain, but rather around the edge and onto my claw sticking out. So you can shoot him, no problem. And all the daiquiri small arm stuff is going to go into the Rubik Marines. So whichever order you so please.
Dakar. 18 shots. Hitting on 3s. Rerollable because of
Oath of Moment.
Oath of Moment.
Taking some punishing hits coming through for sure with these Rubik Marines.
Strength is 4. Not bad. No AP, so you get your regular save.
It's a lot of saves though.
That's 10 saves.
3 ups. Whoa, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's enough to lose that model. And enough to lose this model here as well. So we're dropping. We're not out of it yet, but shrinking in size for sure.
Hunter Slayer missile, indirect fire, 1 shot.
Yeah, this is going into Magnus the
Magnus
Red.
the Red, hitting on a 2+.
Here we go.
4's a hit.
Hit him. He's been
Strength
struck for
14.
the first time.
This is still Kieran Dix's moment.
3's to wound.
1.
No wound.
And yeah, I'm going to spend a CP.
CP command reroll.
Oh, I would have won again. Oh.
Okay,
Last Talon, 2 attacks.
here we go.
Hit on 3s. I missed.
Missed. Magnus. Oh, weird.
Weird.
Oh, so weird.
And then Las Cannon. It hit
Gets the hit.
you. Strength 12.
3's to wound, just about.
6 is a wound.
Whoa.
Twin linked. AP -3.
So I'll go to my
Invuln.
my Invuln save. Yeah, 4+. Where is he? Carl Roden. Let's keep the damage away from Magnus the Red. I have a feeling, as compared to other armies that have real strong units, the longer he lives, the stronger your faction becomes on the board. 4+. 5 is a block. Oof. Okay.
Disappointing.
There's a couple of little tricks to back me up on that. First barrier is my Invuln save. Next is a command reroll. And then there's some other little tricks that we have to keep damage away from him. He's also on -1 damage as well, so he may well be tough enough to bring down. And therefore it's right to not hide, but to be more bold with him.
Next up is
Intercessors.
Intercessors.
Shoot him. Oh no, shoot into there, yeah.
I'll shoot them.
These.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going after his little disciples.
I've got frag this time.
Yeah, D6 +2.
That's
7 shots. 3s. followed by 3s, I would imagine, if you're strength 4.
And yes, strength 4. Yeah.
6 to win.
2.
2.
No AP.
Okay, 5 ups for cover. No.
Dead. And bolt rifles. 8 shots.
Bolt rifles next. 8 shots. Need 3s. Need 3s again. Oh, poor cultists. All of them. Oh boy.
AP minus 1.
How many? 6?
Yes.
6 is this time.
7.
7. I blistered my squad. Another 6 dead. Oh, they've been hammered. Yeah, it's official. James is getting revenge. Next.
Marksman bolt carbines, 2 of them, into them.
Into the Rubik Marines.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
2 hits.
Okay.
A wound.
A wound comes
No
through.
AP.
Might as well give it a go. And failed.
June.
Yeah, we'll take it. And it's going to be a wound coming through on a fresh model. So I'll go, yeah. Yep.
Dreadnought.
Oh, yes, the Dreadnought's available. Now, he can't actually see Magnus the Red, yeah, because the obscuring terrain is helping us on this occasion. So his firepower is certainly dangerous.
I'm going to shoot into them.
Soften them up, sure.
Soften them up. All of it.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to fire the storm bolters.
Yeah, just try and get rid of this model here lingering on a wound.
Is rapid fire, so 4 shots.
Okay.
All hit.
James using the Sam Hermes dice here for this one.
Twin linked.
Nice bit of Imperial firepower.
3 wounds.
3 wounds, 3 ups. We've kept those away.
Icarus rocket pod. D3. 1.
I must get some nice turquoisey dice for the Thousand Suns. And also for my Eldar.
How long have I been asking you about this, Chopper?
Is that what you've been saying for ages?
Well, you always use orange dice.
Oh, but I mean, wow, these are. But they are Xenos, I suppose. This is Chaos Army.
Hit you.
Okay.
4 is a wound. AP minus 1.
Cover. We're okay.
Onslaught Gatling cannon, 8 shots.
Right. Onslaught.
3s.
Good shooting.
6s are devastating.
Yeah.
And strength 5.
3.
3 wounds.
3 saves, 3 up. You got him. Model slain.
Plasma, not going to supercharge.
Okay.
Here we go. D6 plus 1 shots. 3 shots.
I was going to say, wondering why he's not supercharged. You don't need to, because damage 2 is standard.
AP minus 4. And
right, fine. Totally fine, yep.
Not supercharged. Oh, that's dreadful.
What strength are you coming in at?
Strength is 8.
2's to win then. Should be 3.
Macroplasma is strength 8.
What are you trying to hit here?
3, 2 damage.
He's only got 1 hit, right, I see.
Oh,
And
1
a
as well.
wound. Oh man, that Dreadnought's whiff doesn't usually happen. Okay, firepower resolved. You can see the Dreadnought firing into the centre of this ruin here. Strong narrative revolving around this terrain here. Imagine the Space Marines trying to push in. They know the Chaos Space Marines were there, but somewhere lurking amongst the shadows is a Primarch.
Yeah.
Any other shooting? I think you're pretty much done.
Yeah.
Charges?
Charges, yeah, oh yes.
One on the flank and one in the middle.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Go for Titus first.
Looks like a 7 or 8 inches would do it.
Yeah. Give me a glorious Patreon.
We've got Gavin. He specialises in charges.
Go on then.
He's a Drakari player. But
No, he's a support.
But also Space Wolves.
Yes!
Right. It's the Gavin charge. He's also good on grenades. The Gavin grenade.
Come on, 8+.
No.
No.
Come on.
I'm going to do a spent in reroll, invert reroll for him because of rights or no, it's right.
Yeah, the captain's ability, blah blah blah.
But
Yep.
/ lieutenant.
Titus.
Yes, he's in. Left, I don't think.
Yeah, we reckon this charge cannot go ahead. You can't use the captain's rights of battle ability, even though it's a different captain, it can't be used twice in the same.
Per battle round.
Once per battle round, one unit
from your army.
Yes. I have a similar issue with my Imperial Fists running 2 captains. It's still handy though, if a captain's slain or a captain is in a situation where he doesn't need to use that and the other one does, then it works out okay. But you can't do both on the same battle round. That charge does not go ahead. The option is Hellblasters charging in with their lieutenant. But if you want to try and swamp that objective, it's desperate. It's not ideal. And
the objective's there.
Yeah, you're on the objective. Oh, yeah. And if I move, you could overwatch me, couldn't you? So,
exactly.
Right, James is happy enough to stand where he is. He's recaptured that objective. Dreadnought next. Okay.
He's in. 11.
He's going in. I didn't think he was going to charge. And you could sit right here.
Yep.
Whack.
Well, it's a fight for the middle, isn't it? And
it is now.
Akaran and...
If you're clever, if you can just twist a little bit, you'll get yourself in 3 inches of that objective. So there's Dreadnought now fighting for the middle. That's not good news for the Thousand Sons.
And they rolled a 7.
And the captain. I thought it was going to be a lone charge from the captain, but it's not. They're going to be assisted by their blessed brother. It's in the form of the Dreadnought.
So they're in as well.
Yeah, just tuck them in. Oh, boy. A good fight for the middle now. I think well, we'll see how it goes. I can't interrupt play. I've got 1 CP, but that's about it.
Right. Number attacks for Akaran.
I'm glad I shot you earlier on. No regrets now. Captain Akaran then with his fist. So, 5 attacks with the fist.
Sam Hermes.
Sam Hermes. The same Sam Hermes supports you and me.
Yeah. So I'm going to do the 5 attacks with the power fist because they're separate.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s. All hit. Strength is 8.
2s to wound.
2s to wound.
Uh-oh.
Oh, 3 1s. Why?
Because you're playing against Thousand Sons.
There's nothing to do with that.
It is. It's weird.
2
dice
wounds.
rolls. 2 wounds. 4+ invulnerable save. Yep. I get it all the time. Snake eyes.
2 dead. Master crafted.
Ouch, ouch.
And attacks with a blade.
Okay.
So it's another 2.
Another 2.
2 hits.
2's to hit. Yeah, strength 5. 3's to wound. 1
Oh,
wound.
blast.
It's not blast.
Oh, no, it's Indomitable. Forget it. It's just the other captain.
Oh, it's a cocked dice. Oh, we pass. In 1 save helps us out. Stops that one from coming through.
Dreadnought.
On to the Dreadnought now. No, you're aggressor friend.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've got an aggressor.
Probably 3 attacks for him.
Yes, he's quite good, actually. He's got 3 attacks.
Twin linked.
3s. 2 hits.
2 hits. 2's to wound,
2s to
rerollable.
wound, rerollable. 2 wounds.
4+ invulnerable saves.
2 damage.
+1. Yeah, I'll do it now. So a save and throw that's been failed. I'm going to pay. I'm going to pay 2 cardboard points to reroll with an ability called Weaver of Fates. Yeah, I'm using Weaver of Fates. It's 2 cardboard points. And that's when a saving throw is failed. I get to reroll the result, so I'll do that now. And we do pass that one, so he goes back.
Right.
Okay.
So you can take him off in a minute.
Uh-oh. So now down to the Dreadnought.
5 attacks.
5 attacks in 3s.
In 3s. 4 hits.
Okay. 2's to wound.
Strength 12. 3 wounds.
3 make it through.
AP minus 2.
4+ invulnerable save. Mightily glad to have that. 2 do make
3
it
damage.
through. 3 damage. And I need to stay alive, so I'm going to spend the CP. No, don't spend the CP. We'll just take the wound. We'll take the hit. There's 1 slain, right?
2 slain.
2 slain. Oof. Yeah, we'll take it. Okay. Fighting back.
Yep.
All right, so piling move made. We've pushed in. I've got 5 models, including the Exalted Sorcerer, left. Now, we are on Devastating Wounds for our psychic attacks, so we might be able to cause some kind of damage. We'll turn to someone who relishes close combat. Use the Gavin dice. We'll turn to... We'll go... Michael German, there he is. Chaos Space Marine player. So, Michael German.
You're doing Dev Wounds.
Yeah, well, with some of their attacks, yes. So, the first one will be the 2 close combat attacks coming from the Soul Reaper Cannon. He's stuck against that Dreadnought, so we'll do him. He gets a hit. And he does get a wound. Good for him. 1 save of 2 up.
2.
Passed.
Exactly what I needed.
Okay. Then regular Marines, which is going to be 4 attacks. Everything else is going into Captain Akaran's squad. So looking at 3s. It's wounding. It's okay.
T5.
5s to wound. Just checking our ability here. It's ranged attacks only, so there's no kind of rerolls available. 2 saves, please, of 3+. This is just using our bolters here.
A wound.
A wound, drop it down to 1 wound left. Okay, then we'll go to the Aspiring Sorcerer, who has a force weapon. Hitting on 3s. You've all hit. So force to wound. Oh, wow. Good for him. 2 saves at -1. Do 1 at a time, sorry. Just go 1 at a time on your aggressor.
No, dead.
Failed. D3, but he's dead, so take him away. And then you're going to go for -1 now against Captain Akaran.
4 up in runs. Because of Iron Halo.
Yeah, not that one. That's devastating. It's just the one. Blocked
6.
that one. And you'll take D3 on devastating. Just the one.
It's just the one anyway, because it's halved. Because of Gravis, Captain.
Oh, well remembered, yeah, okay. Aggressor removed. Captain Akaran takes a wound, so he probably drops down to 4 wounds left. Is he a 5 wound model?
He's a 6 wound model.
Could be 5 or 6. Yeah, it could be 6 if he's Gravis, maybe. James will check. Yeah, 6 wound models dropping down to 5. It's not over yet. We've got the Exalted Sorcerer with his 5 attacks. Needing 2s. Come on. Triple 1. Then force to wound. 1 comes through. -1.
4 up. Saved.
Oh, there was a chance there, but no. Captain Akaran lives. 5 wounds remain. That's the end of close combats. A bit of a stalemate there in the middle. Rubric Marines taking wicked punishment, but surviving. They do survive. They do stay alive. Both squads taking heavy damage. We'll calculate points coming through. Here's the Ultramarines. Do get some revenge against the Thousand Suns for sure. So, end of turn here for the Space Marines. James dumping both of his secondaries. Wants to draw fresh cards next turn, so no points coming through. It is very early stages. End of the turn, we're going to go on to turn 2 now for the Thousand Suns. As the battle, really, has only just got going. It's going to heat up now as we go on to the second turn for the Forces of Chaos next. So, turn 2 for the Thousand Suns. It feels like a different... we're fresh from using the Thousand Suns in the league, and they really have struggled. They've felt there's like been an emptiness to them, like a...
But with him, since 7th edition.
Yeah, but with him, it just changes. Just the whole... There's a they just feel more alive. They really do.
Of course they are. The Primarch is there.
It does. It lifts the whole... It really does. Lifts the whole army. And it's great fun for games as well, because it just gives you a real good theme for you to chase around the table. And I've got plenty of uses for Magnus the Red. I'm glad to have him in the list, because I can see the things he can do.
You were like, Joyce, paint up some more Primaris Marines. And then I'm like, Luke, paint up Magnus the Red. I don't like the model. Paint up Magnus the Red.
We've done it.
And look, you've done it. And now you're killing me.
10 points picked up for primaries. We control this one. We also control this one in here for OC control. Again, with the Rubric Marines, OC2. There's 3 of them in range. And then 1 for the Exalted Sorcerer takes us to 7. James is on 1 for Akaran, 4 for the Dreadnought. 1, 2, and 3 of our Battleshock tests have been passed. Then Horror of Horrors rolled a 1 for resurrected models. So we took just the 1 mortal wound. But across here, rolled a 6 and resurrected 2. So the Icon of Flame and also the Soul Reaper Cannon are back in action, bringing up the numbers on that squad, which is very much needed. We're going to movement phase. Here we've got 10 carbal points. Failed to roll a 4+ for these. We've elected to go for Devastating Wounds again. Sustained is very appealing, but I do like the idea of Devastating Wounds. for our shooting, close combat attacks, crosshairs, staves, and so on. Movement phase next for the Thousand Suns on turn 2. Alright, so movement's complete here for the Thousand Suns. So, units on the ground remaining stationary here. Didn't want to move these, didn't want to overwatch, just going to sit there and shoot. The same here, remaining in close combat, fighting Captain Akaran, trying to survive. Then the cultist across here didn't move. Zangos moved up and round onto the objective. Morlofiend, I've held him back, pulled the reins on him, just want to keep some muscle on that objective. Shifted these along a little bit, there's a little bit of danger, a bit soft. So, in reserve, we brought in Terminators to anchor this. And then to do a bit of firepower support. Terminators have turned up here. James overwatched them. Spent a CP. 1 wound got through. Took 2 wounds. Still alive. And then James hazard and lost 2 from that squad. Interesting result. And then Magnus the Red. He's got free reign to do as he pleases on the ball. He's moved around in this direction to shoot and potentially charge as well. We've gone for devastating wounds, as mentioned, I think, already for our power across the board. So with movement done, we're going to shooting phase next for the Thousand Suns here on their second turn. So we do have a warp flame pistol inside that squad. Doombolt should be done at the start of the shooting phase. I must remember that, so we'll think of where to use it. I'm going to Doombolt from here into the tank. There was some question about whether I can do it into close combat. I don't think I can. It's not really a shooting attack as such, so we'll leave that one. It would have been handy, but we'll go here. I'm going to put some wounds into the tank. I don't want to go into the Hellblasters because there's a danger of them shooting me up. So we'll go for 7 carbon points. And we'll try and do better this time. Someone who's psychic. Dave Humphreys. 6. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is bad. This is maxed. Doombolt. D3 plus 6. 8 wounds. 8 mortal wounds caused on that tank from Doombolt. All of a sudden, a psychic eruption has come out from this psychic unit across here into the side of that tank and has melted it in a turquoise, bedazzling display of psychic might. 16 wounds you start on. Mm-hmm. Whoa, all right, 8 wounds left. But that's pretty good shooting, though. Good psychic attack. Oh, so we'll do the Warp Flame Pistols. I think there's 2 actually. One from the Aspiring Sorcerer and one from the Exalted Sorcerer. So Aspiring, 4 hits. 6s are great. It literally is 6s because we're strength 3, your toughness 6. Yeah. You're on an objective.
Yes.
Reroll wind rolls. And we get 1. AP minus 1. So 1 4 plus.
Ignoring cover.
Yeah, torrent, yeah.
4 up.
Yes, ignores cover.
Yeah, I'll take a wound.
Right, 1 wound taken. Warp Flame Pistol from the Exalted Sorcerer. Just make sure that I can take that.
Akran's down to
4 wounds left.
4 wounds.
And 3 more Warp Flame hits coming through. Trying to wound you. Rerolling. And another wound caused AP minus 1. How annoying. Pass that one. All right. We'll go firepower from here into the Hellblasters. Surely we must go after them. In which case, we'll turn to Connor Collins for our firepower, Tower player. And we'll go for Astral Blast from the Exalted Sorcerer first of all. So 5 shots, that's tasty for sure. And there's Blast, so we're going to get an extra attack with that. Need 2s. 2 failed. Then 3s to wound. Rerolling. For their ability. Yeah. So these come for an AP minus 2. So depending what models you choose, models in cover or not, it's going to be AP minus 2. And one of those models in cover, in which case they'll get 4 up saves. So 3 saves of 4 plus for the ones in cover. There's 3 of them. Pass them all. Well done. And then D3 for whole face in 3. So that's enough to slay a model.
3 plus he gets to shoot.
Yeah. So activate him.
That's a cock dice.
It's fine. Yeah.
4 he does. So I'm going to supercharge.
Yeah, this is the problem.
And I'm going to... Which shot at me? Which unit shot at me? Them.
Sorry, them ones.
Try and... Yeah, I'm going to shoot them because of oath of moment.
Gotcha.
So
Great.
rapid fire, supercharging. 2 shots. 3s, both hit.
Oh,
Strength is 8.
yep, 2.
2 to wound. Both wounded. AP -3.
Yeah, 4+ invulnerable saves. No, damage 2.
Damage 2.
Oh, no.
So the one's in cover.
Oh, ouch.
Serves you right.
That hurt. It's 2 for 1 at the moment.
Yep.
We'll press on. Soul Reaper Cannon. I think I still get to shoot those bolters. Simultaneous fire.
Yes, all simultaneous. Yeah,
all right.
Including blast and everything like that.
Yeah. 3 to wound. You're on the objective, so I'm going to fish for 6s. It's worse off. So 2 at -1, 2 3-ups.
Well, you can choose any amount of reroll you want, even if successful ones.
Oh yeah.
So 2 saves are 4+.
Cover 3-up.
3 up. Pass.
Okay, we're struggling, and then we'll go for the Aspiring Sorcerer next with his 2 shots. He gets 2 hits, and 4s for devastating wounds. 2 3s, and it comes in at strength 4, so no wounds coming through for Warp Smite. It's useful, but reroll. 1 does go through. Devastating wounds. Take a wound on a model, and then we had bolter shots coming through. Trying to wound. A wound comes through, -1/+1.
Saved.
And passed, alright. So poor firepower, and it's cost us as well. That's coming from the Rubic Marines. We'll try and make that as a charge. It's going to be difficult. We'll go shots into Titus's squad instead with the Occult Terminators. We'll turn to the pirate here. Mitch, not Keith or Rob. It's an interesting name for a pirate. And what be your name, pirate? My name be Mitch, not Keith nor Rob. But still, he's a good pirate for sure. No, don't start. We're not doing those jokes again. Aye. Right, now. Yeah, we'll go for pirate firepower from these. All the firepower. Yes. Okay, here we go then. Hellfire Missile Rack, first of all. 2 shots. 1 hit. 2s to wound. Wound comes through. -2, bit of cover. 1 4-up save. This will splatter Marine if you fail it. Fail.
Yes.
Dead. Head wound.
That one?
No. Titus' squad.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, take them off. Don't want to shoot at them. Don't want to shoot at ones that shoot back.
Oh no, Matthew Wreck.
Soul Reaper Cannon. Freeze. Yep, 1 save at -1/+1, so 1 save at 3+.
Save.
And the other one's a devastating wound, so 1 wound taken straight away on a model of your choice.
Take a wound.
The next one is going to be Inferno Combi Bolters for 2 shots each. And we're going to get those.
Put on then.
Okie dokie. And they're all out of 12, I believe. So outside of rapid, because we're not going after those hell blasters, so we're looking at 3s. And hang on a second. Oh, we don't get anything. Oh. Just AP -1, not anti-infantry. So we're looking at 4s to wound. -1, +1. So 3 saves are 3+.
3 saves?
Yes.
Of 3+.
Yep.
Save them all.
Okay, right. Low impact there from the Terminators. Interesting. Next, these doing their attacks.
Long range.
Do you know what? I think I don't want to miss it. I think he's got some kind of psychic attack. Yeah, he has Warp Smite as well, actually. 3 attacks, needing 3s. 666. Ha! Doesn't mean anything. Anti-infantry 4+. Just the 1.
AP minus.
It's devastating wounds.
On
Same squad. So, dead man.
that one.
Nope.
Oh, that one.
That one. Take a model off. Okay.
You killed a YouTube member.
Rinse and repeat with the same squad. James doesn't like his wriggling here of annoyance that it's Titus's squad that's being targeted, but welcome to the brutal world of the 41st millennium. We'll do it. So we'll put the Hellfire missile rack into first. 2 hits. 2s to wound. 2 saves, -2, -1, so 2 saves are 4+.
Save 1.
Dead. Damage 3.
On one of the Marines.
One of the Marines, yeah. And we'll go Warp Smite. 3 attacks for this one. Come on. 3. 4s. Just the one. That's straight through devastating wound. Nothing you can do. Been hit by weird stuff here. Soul Reaper Cannon next. Hitting on 3s. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s, sorry. -1, +1. 4 saves are 3+. Another 2 sneak through. Marines dropping down here. So model removed and 1 left. And then the bolters. The combi bolters. 3s. Followed by 4s. Nothing. Whoa. Okay, that's it from them. So that's both Terminator squads resolved. That's those resolved as well. We've rooted out some of the Marines, but not cleared them out too effectively. We've done the firepower across it. I think shooting's finished, except for one person.
Magnus the Red.
Okay, shooting with Magnus. He's a selfish kind of guy. He's going to try and eliminate that tank to prevent the anti-Magnus firepower from coming through. Going to spend a CP for our friend Devastating Sorcery. I can do this, right? Your shooting phase, 1,000 Suns Psycho unit from your army has not been selected to shoot this phase. At the end of the phase, such time as what each time a model in unit makes a psychic attack, you can reroll the hit roll, reroll the wound roll. Yes, we'll go into that vehicle. And we'll commit this to Midnight Miniatures for this one. And we'll go through this again. So the 2 shooting options that we have, we'll put them both in there. The Gaze of Magnus first of all. So here we go. 3d3 attacks. Wowsy. Oh, 9 attacks. All hit.
All hit. BS2+.
Yep.
What do you expect? He's a Primarch.
Yep.
Of the 1,000 Suns.
Magnus has well and truly arrived. We're going to try and wound on 5s to wound.
Rerolling.
+1 to the wound roll.
Rerolling.
And rerolling. So 4s. This is... you're dead. You're dead.
Damage?
Devastating wounds. Damage 3.
9, yeah.
Gone. Target destroyed. Oh man, he takes on tanks. He takes on tanks. Target destroyed. Remove it from play. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Maxfield Knuckles.
Magnus the Red claims a victim here. And softened up with Doombolt as well. Nasty stuff from him. End of shooting phase. We'll go into charges next. All CP have been spent. And just to remind you, I think I called it out, but just to remind you, secure No Man's Land as a secondary, defend Stronghold is the other one for us. So charges. Attempted charge across here. Command reroll, but failed. There's a Snake Eyes followed by a 5, I think. So no Terminators going in. James still controls that objective. Across here, then an easy charge. Just a step to the left for Magnus the Red into the Dreadnought. We'll go into combat resolution next for the 1,000 Suns on their second turn. It's looking tasty enough here. So I wanted to do the charge just to, James, just so that you could see how close combat.
Of course, I'll be tortured. Carry on.
Okay. Raycross, I think.
Raycross is very cross.
Here we go. Magnus the Red for the debut close combat. So, 14 attacks.
I like Ray. He's a nice guy.
He's been on the channel a few times. He was at the event. He's a good chap. Yeah.
He's a good chap.
That's the sweep attacks. We'll go for Blade of Magnus Strike. That Dreadnought on 4 wounds.
4 wounds.
Yeah, I don't know if I think we may have.
I don't know. Are you doubting as a Primarch?
A little bit.
Nice on damage.
Yeah, 7 attacks. So hitting on 2s. And that's not good. 111. That Dreadnought's going to turn and nip me, I think.
Yeah.
Strength 16.
Toughness is
It's fine. Give me 3s to wound.
12.
And failed on 2, James.
Toughness 10.
Only 2 make it through.
Oh,
right, so lesson learned. Magnus the Red is not as good at close combat as at shooting. These are AP minus 3. So AP minus 3 takes you to 5-up saves. Each one's damage 3, minus 1, damage 2. You'll survive this with ease.
How many saves?
2.
2.
2 5-ups. We have struggled here. No. So you take 4 damage.
4 damage.
Dropping down to 10.
8.
8 twins left.
He's going to turn around. He's going to try and hit you back.
Of course.
2.
We're going on to Dreadnoughts can wait. James is going to go on to Captain Akram before he's attacked here.
Nate Miller.
Nate Miller dice.
For the Emperor!
Power fist attacks first.
I better zoom in here. James's his imagination is running right.
All
now. He's
hits.
fighting away.
A beautifully master-crafted gauntlet. 2s. 4 wounds at AP minus 2.
Not good. 4 up invulnerable saves. Come on. Ow! Vicious.
damage.
Yeah, vicious. Oh no, that's terrible.
You got no CP.
Yes.
You're dead.
Oh, yeah, we are dead. That's
Because
bad.
all is dust.
Oh no, no, no.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Give me the glory. Losing your OC.
We are. We're slipping. Oh no.
Right.
No.
2 more attacks.
No, don't.
2 more hits.
No, please.
Strength plus 1 makes it strength 5.
3s to wound.
No!
Oh, 1s and 2s. Right, okay, interesting. Next combat would be my squad, actually. So, we'll go... Rather get rid of Captain Akram. Right, the way the models are placed, I have to do my attacks from the squad leader into the Dreadnought. So...
If I had Marnia's Calgar.
3 attacks. We'll commit their attacks to Travis and Jen. Perfect. Jen can go first. With aspiring sorcerer attacks into that Dreadnought. They've all hit. Good for her. Nice. 5s to wound. 6s are great. 2 wounds. Well, James, what is your toughness?
6.
No, sorry. What's your toughness on your Dreadnought?
Toughness 10.
5s. No. 6s then. Unless we are strength 6. We are. 2 saves at minus 1. 2 saves at 3+.
Yep. And we save both.
Okay. And then we'll go for the Exalted Sorcerer next. This is the Travis attacks into Captain Akram. Come on. Yeah, should have gone for sustained maybe. But anyway, we'll now try and wound on 3s. On 4s, actually.
Yeah, toughness 6.
Wow. Quad 5 and a 6. Right, these are at AP minus 1. Whoever the Exalted Sorcerer is, he's doing really well. So, 4 ups. Now be careful.
That's a cock die.
Cock dice.
No.
2 have got through. That's 2d3 plus d3 on top of that. Anything you can do?
It's half damage.
Right. So 2 wounds.
Yep.
Plus another wound. 3 wounds total.
1 wound left. Because of his ability.
Wow. Yeah, it's halving the damage. You're gradually getting him, but he's still surviving. Okay, end of combats. No, Dreadnought.
Dreadnought. He's going to turn around and try and wound Magnus.
Of course.
I'm going to call upon Maxfield Knuckles.
Okay.
Is he on 3s?
Come on,
Still
Dreadnought.
fully bracketed. 4 hits. Strength 12.
3s to wound with toughness 11.
3 wounds.
Right.
AP minus 2.
4 ups. Don't think there's much I can do about this.
That's 6 damage.
Yeah, 6 damage. Oh. Yeah, so I got no command point for some kind of help, and I didn't declare the carbal points for the reroll, which I should have done at the start of the phase. So I'll leave. I've got to keep that in mind. James has got past a couple of levels of protection for him. Magnus will take the damage and drop down to 10 wounds left. So you've wounded him, James, quite grievously. The Dreadnought's grabbed his fires with its fist and has caused damage. As combat's resolved, a real vicious fight here between these models in the centre of the board. Brilliant narrative here. for this game. A time for a quote, I think, from the game.
All is dust.
Oh, from the Thousand Suns, good for you. We'll calculate points at the end of the turn. Heavy casualties running on both sides. Still reserves to come. Still plenty of game time left here as well. It's only turn 2. So end of turn points going through. 10 points for primaries, 5 and 5. And then we have resecured this thanks to Magnus the Red. He's got himself in ranges OC6. So he's grabbed the middle. We control this one across. So get 5 points for secured no man's land. And then 3 more potentially will come through. Just got to survive through to the end of James's turn to get defend stronghold. 18 points to 0. Thousand Suns have done well grabbing points. James will grab some points, though. He's going to get that objective across there.
No.
Not that one. No, it's only no man's land objectives, yeah. So that's where the real fight is at this stage. So we'll go on to the second turn of the game for the Space Marines coming up next. Alright, so turn 2 here for the Ultramarines. We have Battle Shock on Captain Akaran and Titus as well. So they are rattled by what's going on.
But they show no fear.
So cards drawn is Containment. That's scanning the edges of the battlefield outside of your deployment zone and then behind enemy lines as well. So really it looks like the High Command orders are telling the Space Marines to go around the edges of the table to pick up points from there, which James is happy to do. There's a good tasty amount of points available.
And orders of Gilliman.
James has the flexible units to accomplish this as well. So his army has improved with unit selection, and James is reaping the benefits of that. So continuing to hold across here with the intercessors. James has gone into tactical.
Yep.
Fullback shoot and charge. So Captain Akaran's pulled back. No Overwatch from anybody going on. I've got 1 CP. I've got to be careful with it. And then the Dreadnought. Fullback shoot and charge is headed off towards the Terminators, over towards my objective. All of these units remaining stationary. Titus is pushed forwards, though, battle shocked with the lone Marine that's with him. Then across here, moving with these and outside the deployment zone, and they'll go for containment to pick up points for that secondary. Then Flamer Aggressors have turned up here to go after the Zangors and the objective. Good move. And then Interceptors have turned up here and here for behind enemy lines. I think James is going to shoot with those and do containment with those on another battlefield edge to max out the points, which I think is 3 points per scan. So really good on secondaries. 5 points for primaries. Space Marines playing catch up here. And the way the narrative, the story is going is James is moving away from Magnus and trying to deal with other Thousand Suns units around the board. Interesting stuff. We're going to shooting phase next. I've spent it. CP being spent for rapid ingress. So I've turned up here with this Mauler Fiend. Oh. Okay, that's my reserves on. No, actually, his unit of culture still to arrive. Okay, so shooting phase. Here we go.
Shooting Hellblasters supercharging into...
So I have declared this at the start of the shooting phase, which is Weaver of Fates. A reroll for a saving throw is available.
Hellblasters supercharging
into
Terminators.
Go ahead. We could take some punishment here. James has plenty
Daniel Baker.
Firepower available.
Orc player. In rapid fire, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 shots.
Lieutenant first to pick off a...
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to do that, boy.
James using the Chris Heim firepower dice.
So, Lieutenant.
3s.
2s. Stood still. Heavy.
Right.
No bring.
Okay.
Now, these go back. 14 shots, sitting on 2s.
Just want to point something out here. Implacable Guardians No. Oh, yes.
Supercharge.
Scarab Occult Sorcerer. Psyker. Faster contain a Psyker model. Each summon attack is made against this model unit if the strength characteristic of that attack is greater than the unit's toughness. -1 to the wound roll. Yeah, it's -1 to wound rolls against me with £5.
Okay. So I'm still going to supercharge anyway.
Yep, for the high damage.
So hitting on 2s because they're heavy and they stood still.
Wow.
That's 2 lethal hits.
Yep.
Because of the lieutenant.
It's triple one.
Oh, that's triple one. Yeah, they're hits. That's a miss.
Fails, yeah.
Strength is 8.
8 or 9. 3 to win becomes 4.
That's still a good roll.
Yeah.
So that there
7.
is 7 saves of AP -3.
Two dead models, I think. Because we're looking at 4+ invulnerable saves built in, yeah. So we blocked over half.
You got a wound on one of them.
That will slay one, yeah. And then the other 2 will build up and slay him. So you're looking at something like that. 2 Terminators slain. Pretty durable.
7 dice. 4s.
Oh no, you might get to shoot again.
Exactly. And one does get to shoot back on a 3+, which he does.
2 shots.
2 shots, supercharging. 2 hits.
Force to wound.
Force to wound. 2 wounds.
Oh no, come on. 4 ups. 2 more wounds go through. Drop it down to 1 wound left on the Soul Reaper. So Captain Akaran's fired, put a wound on one of the Rubik Marines, the Sorcerer. James fired Titus across here, but no damage coming through from him and his Marine friend.
Going to do the Onslaught Gatling Cannon into them. And I'm going to do the Supercharge Plasma Weapon into that. And all the rest... Oh no, the Icarus Rocket Pod is going to shoot into there. And the Twin Link Storm Bolter is going to shoot into the Zangles.
Okay. And it's Valhalla Field Marshal Robert. Firepower.
Okay.
With the Dreadnought.
So here we go. So Storm Bolter first, get that done. So hitting on 3s, because it's not bracketed.
Force to wound.
Force to wound. Are they toughness 4?
Yeah.
1 wound.
Not saved. Okay.
Now the Onslaught Gatling Cannon. 8 shots. Hitting on 3s. Oath of Moment.
Helps.
Yeah, strength 5.
Ooh, toughness could be 6. No, toughness 5. Force to win.
5. 6 is devastating. A devastating wound. And 3 wounds.
AP minus?
No AP.
2s. Pass those with 1 devastating wound. Drop it down to 2 wounds left.
Icarus Rocket Pod. D3 attacks. 3 attacks. Not fly or anything like that. So it will hit. Strength is high. Nothing.
Okay, next.
Okay, now supercharging the plasma.
Yes, for damage 3.
So D6 plus 1 plus
1.
1. That's 2.
4 shots.
4 shots. Yeah, I'm going to stick to that. Re-rolling failed hit rolls because of Oath of Moment. That's 3 hits at strength 9.
Oh no!
1
2.
wound.
Oh,
What's your toughness?
no, -1 to the wound rolls. And toughness 5.
Failed.
Nothing. Whoa. Okay, Terminator's tough enough.
Why is it -1 to the wound rolls? Is it just
Yeah, if you're hit by...
all is dust?
No, it's Implacable Guardians, they're called. As long as I've got a Psycho model in the unit, which is the squad leader, it's -1 to the wound roll against weapons that hit me with a higher strength.
Okay.
Is that shooting or close combat or both? It's an attack. So it'll also apply in close combat as well. Interesting. 9 shots coming from these into the Zangors.
They will become sustained hit.
Sustain 2, yeah, and those sustain 2 back onto there. So pick up all the dice, yeah. 3s to wound are re-rollable for twin linked. Zangor's in a bit of trouble here.
AP minus 1 as well.
Even my son caught out in the open, so I'll take a 6+ invulnerable save on these. It's 7 saves. I'm going to cut the squad down pretty good. Yeah, all of them. 7 slain. I'll pull away here to try and prevent the charge. So that's 5, 6, 7. Chicken's not lasting too long. Firepower from here coming through. Just 1 Zangor slain. Casualties removed from here. Just 2 left on this objective.
Flame, Burnham.
Yep.
6 plus 66.
Wow. Here we go. This is Flamer shots coming across here against the Zangors. D6 plus 1 also hit siege. It's really
14,
good.
16.
It's Martin Vagabond firepower coming through.
19 plus 6 is
25. And twin linked. He's
And
gonna
twin linked.
he's gonna cook them up bad. Oh
That's
no.
why I got them.
Space Marines are looking strong enough on the board.
I like specialist units. I paint one specialist unit, I've got it.
Yeah.
And I don't like spamming the same units. I like different units.
Yeah.
Different units that do things.
And there's rumours that you're gonna paint up Marnius Augustus Calgar. Wow, that'd be for some more Space Marine 2 themed games.
Yes.
Hmm.
Indeed. He's got he's quite cool actually. He's got a feel no pain of 4+ with his honor guard. And then his damage is halved as well. This is pretty
Cool.
wounds. Good T4.
Yeah, toughness 4, yeah. Force to wound. Twin linked?
Twin linked.
Oh no. Oh dear chickens. I'll get some dice ready here, but I think we're gonna go. He's just got good tactical
21
assets.
wounds. AP minus 1 because you're the closest eligible target.
Dead.
Yeah, cooked.
Well, that was quick.
Squad wiped out.
Yeah, really good. 6 aggressors. 240 odd point unit. And they have destroyed the Zangors. James is killing the soft stuff. We've still got some hardcore type units on the board though. You could maybe go for a super stretchy charge. Now that would be a result if you can get into the back end of that mortar thing. So firepower finished, I think. They're scanning, battlefield edges, and that's it then.
They shot.
And they shot. So charges then.
They're scanning as well.
Yes.
Charges declared. Yeah, Titus is going to go first.
Him straight in?
Yeah, he'll go straight in. He rolls a 6.
Yeah, Titus charge. Don't stumble, you should be fine.
I'm not allowed to use any CP for him, so if he fails his test, which is a 3.
Oh, we'll check it. Should be right. Anything but a snake eyes put James in, so even a 3 is enough. Yeah, roll see what you get for these. Probably something like a 10, an 11 maybe.
No.
7 won't do it. No.
No, I'm going to keep my CP.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
If you had have rolled
if
your
I
CP.
had rolled. Yeah.
The 6. Oh, okay. My card was used up. Didn't use it for a save in the end, a reroll. So nothing available here. James is free to make his attacks, the charging units. So pick a combat. Got 3. Akaran's gone in. So it's 3 combats. All of them important. Dreadnought first. 5 attacks.
Freeze re-rolling because both for the moment. I'm going to call upon Chris Comiskey.
Chris Kabisky dice. Dreadnought's done all right.
Hitting on freeze.
All hit. 2s to wound becomes 3s to wound. For our ability. Well, it's kept 2 wounds away from us. And then we'll go for invulnerable saves here of 4+. Try and stay alive. 2.
3 damage.
Go through. 3 damage a time. Terminator's taking casualties, but they're surviving. But it's not an ideal situation for them to be in. Next up.
Next is...
Titus.
I'll do Titus last.
Okay.
I'll do Akaran. He's got 5 attacks with his Power Fist.
Right, can he clear out what's left here in the middle
2s.
of these Rubic Marines and Exalted Sorcerers? 3s to wound. Could be 2s, sorry. With a fist, 2s. All go through.
-2.
That's 2, so 4 ups. Come on, yo.
2 damage.
2 damage. It's going to slay the wounded. He's not wounded, it's just the last model. So that's those Rubic Marines removed. 2 wounds go through. I'll do Exalted Sorcerer who has 5 wounds. We've got a wound left.
I've got a sword.
So you got a sword to kill him. We're both teetering on 1 wound left.
2 hits.
2 hits with the sword.
Strength +1.
3 to wound with the sword.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Aim for minus
Through.
2.
Help! First one. Ah, oh, come on. What's it? Dead. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Lost him. That's Beaker. Remember him? He's gone. Ouch, cleared off the objective. We still hold it, but we've lost Exalted Sorcerer and Rubic Marines in the middle. Good fighting, Captain Akaran, under the shadow of the Primarch's wings.
Intercessor, he's got 3 attacks.
Yep. Can Titus clear out the other squad? What a result that would be.
Now Titus has got 7 attacks because of his chainsword.
Okay. Space Marines giving a good account of themselves here. It's Titus.
6 attacks. Sorry, 7 attacks, 6 hits. Strength 4.
4. 6 would be great.
No, it's once per battle ability, that is.
Okay.
And that's a stratagem. So 4 saves, AP -1.
3 make
That's
it through.
2 damage.
No. Wiped that squad as well.
Oh, what a beast.
Dropping down 3 left. Titus out of nowhere. Good job. Both Rubic Marine squads cleared out of the way. That's a deadly blow here for the Thousand Sons. Good fighting from the Space Marines. We'll fight back here. So we'll go after you here. 5 attacks. We'll go Blood Angels, Ryan. Then 2s. Get a load of 6s. Come on. Revenge. 1. But it's devastating. For 2. So slay the squad leader. Or who's left the member from the squad. So he's slain. Okay. Then across here, Terminators. As I'm not going to move. I want to keep him within 3. He'll still get to fight anyway. So with these, we'll go for Max Sword Knuckles with our attacks. And the Terminators are looking at Proserpine Kapesh. I have 2 of those, so 6 attacks. 3s. Followed by 6s. What's your toughness?
Toughness 10.
Yeah. 1 save. It's 5 to win, but 1 save comes through. AP -2, please.
4 up armor.
4+, yeah. Just be a wound.
5.
Blocks though, anyway. And then the stave's going to be the force weapon. 4 attacks. 2. Double devastating wound come through. And maxing on D3. 3 -1, 2. Dropping down to 6. Wounds left. Interesting. Helpful for sure. So that marks the end of the turn. Points coming through. 5 points for primaries. 6 points for containment with 2 areas scanned. That's over there and down here. Here, sorry, those are the ones that scanned. And then behind enemy lines for 4 points. 1 and 2 units behind enemy lines. So taking James to 15 points. Defend Stronghold did come through. Terminators will be fine on there. Giving us another 3, taking us to 21. So 21 points to 15. Thousand Sons still ahead. James has done well to catch up. He's caused very heavy casualties against the Thousand Sons as well. So Space Marines back in it for sure. Having said all of that, Thousand Sons yet again find themselves on 2 primary objectives. They're going to rake in another 10 points for them, which gives them an advantage for sure.
31.
If they can dislodge James off of another no man's land objective, it's going to cause issues for James getting points coming through. We'll see what we can do. Thousand Sons turn 3 coming up next. Alright, so turn 3 here for the Thousand Sons. I think I've got a move here that's going to cause trouble for the Ultramarines. 10 points picked up for primaries. That's this one and this one. Thanks to Magnus with his OC of 6 on that central objective, the double Maulophanes. Or the single Maulaphane on there, holding that objective with no one else nearby. Marked for death, James has picked 3 units. Then we've reacted to that. Just got to kill one of those units worth 5 victory points. I think it's quite doable. Cleanse has come up for us as well, which is one that we may well not go after because we're busy doing other stuff. Losing control of cultists. Busted morale on these. Sorry, Zangors. Cultists across here busted morale. I was going to try and cleanse the middle of the board, but I can't do that with them failing their battle shock. Got 1 CP. It's very precious. So I didn't use that for an auto pass. Magnus, lining up potential shooting and charges. So useful having him on that central objective.
EO for the moment, still on the Terminators.
Terminators backed out, yeah. These backed out of close combat onto the objectives. Going to try and hunker down here for now. Zangor's sitting where they are. James used Overwatch across here with the aggressors as this Mauler Fiend came around the corner, just causing the one wound. That opened the floodgates for us to make moves around other parts of the board. The other Mauler Fiends moved across. A double Mauler Fiend are going to go after those. Fancy their chances in that combat. Terminators could then move out fear of Overwatch from them, pushing forwards, and getting ourselves out of close combat against Titus with the Exalted Sorcerer moving onto that objective. I think with the help of Magnus and the two Mauler Fiends, 1,000 Suns lined up for some damage. Potentially. We've gone for sustained hits this time with our psychic attacks. Shooting phase coming up next. So it's cruel. It's narrative-ish. And it will set James up for grudge. I'm going to put Doombolt into Titus, coming from Magnus himself. So we're going to spend 7 cardboard points. Points coming through 4. 1 for each of the Terminator squads. 4 for Magnus. We gained 1 with the Zangors. And then we got 2 further points coming through for the Exalted Sorcerer who's still alive across there. Hold it right there. Can't get Carbala Sorcerers because they're battle shocked. So I've taken 1 away, there's 8 left. I need to do a battle shock test with him. If he fails, I'm going to lose 2 Carbala points and I'll not be able to Doombolt you. So, to save Titus... Yeah, we'll let a Chaos player decide this one. Ooh. Longbow BB.
Longbow BB.
He can decide. Yes. He would like me to pass this battle shock test. On a 9. I think that's the number of Zinch. Isn't it? Number 9?
I think so, yeah. I don't care.
Oh, James doesn't care. Passed. All right. So we do get the 8 cardboard points. Get that right. Exalted Sorcerer. Magnus. 2 Terminator squads, gives us 8. We'll spend 7 to give us Doombolt, and Longbow BB can go for this one. So this is the result. 6! 8 wounds coming through on Titus. He's a goner. So he can be removed from play. Once again, James, nice painting. Really good job. Good debut for him. But in the end, he was overthrown by Psychic Might coming from Magnus himself.
He'll be back.
He just needs to hang off there, doesn't he? There it is, yes. Die, Magnus. Not today, though, James. Not today, sadly.
No.
But he'll be back, I'm sure.
That's Winston Adkins as well.
With his Assault Marine buddies.
Yes, yeah.
Or Assault Intercessors.
Yeah. I thought I'd just debut him. It looks cool.
Oh, fantastic model, James. Congratulations on the paint job. Superb, brilliant timing for our game.
I try to do as best I can with the rules, narratively.
It's fine, yeah.
The only thing that's different is the chain sword, because the natural use of the weapon, you get +1 attack normally.
Yeah, we look forward to him again. All of our firepower now will come from Magnus into the back end of the Dreadnought as he unleashes his firepower once again. So, 3d3 shots. So we're looking at 3, 4, 5 shots coming from him. Not so amazing. 2s for hits. So the CP's been spent here again for Devastating Sorcery. So 2s. Tempting to fish for 6s. But we'll leave it. We'll then go for 5s to wound, 4s to wound with a +1. And we're re-rolling the wound roll. Okay, 1's devastating. 2 make it through at AP -2.
Minus +1.
4s. So James is countered with Armour of Contempt. And
one comes through.
1 makes it through. And 2 make it through. It's going to be 4 damage. I've still got another shot to come through at damage. It'll be damage 1 against you.
Yeah, I'll let that come through.
Down to 2 wounds left.
What if?
Would have blocked it, okay. We'll then go for Zinch's Firestorm. 5 shots. +3. 2s. Rerolling. So they've all hit. We've sustained. Well, they're going to try and go for 5 to wound becomes... No, it's inches 5 to... What's your toughest? Toughest 10?
Toughness 10.
6 to wound becomes 5s. 5 to wound.
3.
Rerollable.
Oh.
That's the key, and there's the 2 devastating wounds that we're looking for. Magnus has done it again. Target destroyed. Does he blow up?
And you scored a victory point for...
Oh, for killing him. Yeah, for marked to death as well. Nasty. And doesn't blow up. All right, Dreadnought destroyed. Devastating blow here. Oh, brother Valius.
That's Nate Miller's model.
Okay, a bit more firepower coming through. Terminator's electing not to shoot into those, but shooting down here. Sorry, Buchanan took off a wound, but before that we killed a whole model with a Hellfire missile rack. That's firepower finished. These couldn't shoot because they pulled out close combat. Charges next. The idea is to simply charge into Captain Hacker, and he's got 1 wound left. Let Magnus finish him off. We'll end up back on that central objective, and we'll try and charge the Terminators in as well. All right, all charges have gone ahead. Magnus has gone in. Terminators have gone in. 2 Morphine charges going in as well. 1,000 Suns. We've got just enough resources here to cause big trouble for all 3 of these combats. We'll go to this one first. Terminators are depleted in size, but still potent enough. Proserpine Kapesh attacks. 3 attacks each. Needing... Well, we'll go with the Force Stave first of all, I think. So it's going to be 4 attacks with that. Terrible. Just want it. 3s to wound. And no wound. Dreadful.
What's the damage of those weapons?
They're D3. We've whiffed on that. The Kapesh is next. And horrific. That's the worst dice rolling. 2 hits come through. And just a single wound, James. 1 save, AP -2. We do get him. So it's a model with a wound already. Just 1 model slain from
3
that
plus
squad.
he gets to fight.
Yeah, 3 up to fight.
No, he doesn't.
Right. But dreadful. Really bad. That's all we can do. So James will continue to hold that one. We'll try and get rid of Captain Akaran here. It's not guaranteed. We'll go through the motions. So we'll do 7 attacks. It's a psychic attack. So 6s, I think, will pop here for us. 2s. 2 have failed. We'll add 1 back in. 4 sustained. 2s to wound. 5 saves at AP -2.
Invan.
-3, actually.
Invan.
Come on, reroll.
And you know what? I'm going to do a command reroll, and I'm going to dedicate this to Winston Atkins.
You could block it.
I could block it.
Could block
I'm
it.
going to use an Ultramarine dice.
Oh no. I can't believe it. Captain Akaran.
Come on.
Do we say goodbye to him or does he stay? Does he stay or does he go?
Oh.
No! Come on, reroll. No, you can't.
I
Can
can't.
you?
I've used it.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Yes.
No, you can't. That was the reroll.
No, that was... Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't burn the CP because of his ability.
Uses ability, yeah. Okay.
But he's dead.
Captain Akaran just about succumbs to Magnus the Red for that epic fight for the centre of the board. Been a good battle, James, there's no doubt about it. Mauler Fiends next, like 2 vicious hounds descending on James's aggressors. They sniff, they smell fresh paint. It's drawn them in here. They are the debut destroyers. So, Mauler Fiends, I think one of them would struggle, but the pair of them fighting away should be pretty good. So we'll go for 6 attacks here with the Mauler Fiend Fists. We'll fight with this one here, first of all. So 3s for hits. We need the hits here. 2s for wounds at strength 14. 3 make it through at AP -2.
So those fists are higher strength than the dreadnoughts.
Yes.
Sorry, what's the...
3. And 3 5-ups.
Save 1.
1. D6 plus 1.
Oh.
And D6 plus 1. 2 slain. Chop, chop. Then we'll tickle you with Lasher Tendrils. Just the 2. Dreadful dice. The Xenos dice do not like supporting chaos. Is that strength high enough? It is, yeah. 1 save -1.
4.
Passed.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll go on to... Well, I'm going to consolidate and push up in this direction. Like so. And then we're going to fight with the other one. So 6 attacks in 3s. Horrific. twos, 2 sixes, 2 more 5-ups.
Save 1.
D6 plus 1, and it's enough to slay another model. Just unlash your tendrils off camera have caused a wound. So James can now fight back with the squad. They're all putting their attacks
3s.
into this mortar fiend here.
And strength 8.
Yeah, 5's to wound. 20.
20.
So we've gone and resolved the rest of that off camera because there's some noise there in the background. So James caused 4 wounds. I blocked 3. So 1 made it through, and we've dropped down to 10 wounds left. Mortar Fiend's looking stronger out of this combat, halving James's squad in size, and both Mortar Fiends looking healthy enough on this flank. So containing this flank decently enough. Wiping the middle with Magnus the Red, a couple of cultists there in the central objective. And that's the objective to go for at the end of the game. And this is the big issue here for the Space Marines. James reckons he just doesn't have the resources to do anything about Magnus the Red standing defiant there in the centre of the board. That monastery belongs to him, whatever the reason for it. He stands there in the middle.
Titus has gone through the warp gate.
Right.
That's what happened in the...
So I just... The only thing that could damage him really is the Hell Blasters, but they're kind of tied up at the moment on that objective across there. 1 more round of firepower from Magnus, and he'll be able to take on multiple units. You reckon the game's beyond the Space Marines now. Points coming through. 10 points for primaries again for the Thousand Sons. 5 points are marked for death for the destruction of the Dreadnought. Takes us to 36 points to 15. And James sees no road to recovery from this point. On your next turn, you would pick up 5 points across there. Then on turn 4, that objective disappears. That's where James is the strongest. That's the objective that's going to disappear. Then there's a fight for this objective. James could maybe try and contest that one, but Mortar Fiend's looking strong enough. But the whole time, the central objective remains under the Thousand Sons' control. So we'll call it at this point. Epic fight though, James. Did you like the surprise?
No.
You didn't like it, okay. Okay, that's good. And James, both of us debuting some units makes for an exciting game when you bring your new stuff onto the board. Creates a fresh clash. The Thousand Sons army has changed in such a dramatic fashion with the arrival of Magnus, and James's Primaris collection expands significantly as well.
Looking forward to doing more. I really am.
Yeah, James has got some new units lined up, so very exciting stuff there for James's Space Marines.
If you want to see the progress, check out my Patreon page and Discord.
All right.
So for Discord members,
we've linked together. So the channel Discord here is linked with James's, so it's the same page. So if you support James or you support me, everyone goes on the same Discord. We've just created different threads for the different aspects of that. So if you support James or myself, it's the same Discord. It's shared between the both of us, and James shares work in progress pics and so on. It's one of the elements.
And for top secret projects, become a silver member or higher.
Okay, cool. So we've talked about units of the game for both sides. I've got a couple of silver level patrons to call out here. Dumpy Grimbo and Brian Nielsen's big thanks to them for their support at silver level on the Patreon page. I'm going to give it to Magnus the Red.
Of course, he's a game winner.
Oh yeah, he's a one-man army.
Army B without him.
That's a good thing to hear on the first game. I think it was a step in the right direction.
What do you expect?
Yeah, cool. James is going to give it to the Hellblasters, a very, very dangerous squad indeed. Brilliant firepower from them, and they're very tricky to deal with. If you shoot at them, they shoot back. It's just a very tricky unit to get rid of. Honourable mention also to Captain Akaran, brave stuff from him. The Dreadnought, brave as well in this battle. But James is going to go to that side of the board with the Hellblasters. So, debut game here. Thousand Sons army has changed. Magnus the Red has arrived. Titus comes onto the channel as well, and James's aggressors expanding in size also. Times of change ahead here, but in this particular fight, Magnus the Red has made his mark. There is no doubt about it. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.